Let us begin. Hello, everyone! Hi, I'm Joseph Trendium, and these are my fellow storytellers! Woo! All right, let's, how are you doing? You doing okay? How is everyone? Everyone doing okay?
Well, I'm not sick.
That's good. Right,
this sticker persists on my tequila bottle, and that upsets me.
All right, well, let's get this game kicked off. We're going to introduce everyone and then get the game underway. Let's start with Izzy. Izzy, can you tell us who you are? Who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Izzy. I play Bobby, and this is the only game of the week that I play in. Above my head is my Instagram, where you'll find a link to my book. It is coming out this year. You can get the first few chapters for free on Wattpad.
Hells yeah.
That's me done.
JP!
Hello, I'm JP. In this campaign, I play Camilo, the not-so-bright but trying his best but his best is an idiot cleric of the group. If you like dots and if you like lines, and by God, if you like an unholy amalgamation of the two, feel free to check out the Instagram above my head at hops_does_stuff.
Hells yeah. Daniel.
Hello, I'm Daniel. I play Jace. Above my head is my Twitch. Goodbye.
Ellie.
Oh, that's me. Hey, everybody. My name is Elle. Tonight I am playing Raya, who at the moment is a horse, which is pretty cool. If you like anime and if you like cosplay, feel free to follow me at my Instagram at symbol.of.p.
Yeah. And,
Hello, tonight I am playing, I'm M, if you didn't know. Tonight I'm playing Skara, who is not now and has never been a horse. She's a sorcerer. Yeah, and I draw stuff, so above my head is my Instagram. If you like the stream art, then yeah, you can check it out.
hells yeah. All right. Now, before we start, we're going to get one of these red cap recaps. So, JP, I choose you!
First of all, I want to start with a very special announcement, and that's I figured if Skara ever gets turned into a horse, she will be a horserer. Anyway, what did we do last week? Well, last week, with this big old orbital laser coming at us, we decided that the best thing to do in that instance was to take a nap. How do I know that we took a nap? Because we woke up Skyrim style in the back of a carriage being like, ooh, it was all a spoopy dream. Or is this a dream? We don't know. We didn't wake up where we fell asleep before, so I'm going to assume this is a dream within a dream, which I think might be, I don't know, plot to Inception or some shit. I don't know. It's been a while since we watched it. Anyway, I just woke up, decided that, oh shit, we've been here a while. What are we doing here? And we all remember that we've been hired to defend this caravan because some goods were being delivered to Charming for the Prince of Charming, to have a good old merry time. Spiced rum, spiced wine, other things that were probably spiced, and then some things that weren't, but those things weren't as exciting because they didn't have spices. Anyway, apparently there have been reports of orcs, goblins, a whole bunch of things in the area, and we were like, oh shit, what are we going to do about that? I don't know, the same thing we do about pretty much everything else. We solve our problems peacefully and not with violence. And then, for a first time, we decided to solve our problems with violence when we were attacked by some orcs and goblins when they were chasing a green-haired man running through the forest, and we were like, alright, cool. You know what? Diplomacy has failed us every other time. Let's wreck house. And then we proceeded to wreck house. Keeping a couple of orcs and a goblin alive, we were like, we're going to interrogate these little bad boys in case we want to get some information later. And we did want to get some information later, so we kept them alive. Good news. Anyway, one of the goblins, orcs, gorks. I don't know.
It checks out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Anywho, one of the orcs managed to kill another one of the orc that was sleeping, and that was pretty rude. Anyway, flash forward to us getting paid in Charming. We had found previously on the body of one of these orcs a little piece of paper that had the funky hidden cliff or secret cliff. I think it was hidden cliff in. I don't know. I'm bad at remembering things. Anywho, we decided that once we got paid by Guy Ant, the person that hired us, Guy and being my mispronunciation of giant that someone then made into an NPC and immortalized that forever, so thanks everyone. It was, Camille and Guyette had a very secret, not so secret conversation because Camilla's an idiot about, the location of the Hidden Cliff Inn, except turns out Mao can be seen through by Jace's eyes. Crazy how nature just do that. Everyone knew that except Camilo. Again, I can't stress this enough, Camilla is an idiot. Anywho, then Bobby and Scar decided to interrogate the goblin, Billy, who decided that they wanted to be called Billy, and Billy got to be called Billy, except then Billy was a bad little goblin and decided that they didn't want to tell us all the shit that we wanted to know. They ended up getting shot, which was pretty rude. And then, while Jace interrogated the orcs and found out about the black eye, which we then led on a little cliffhanger, Raya and Camilla proceeded to be useless and eat some apples off screen. That's what we did last week.
There you have
we
it.
ate the apples.
And to follow the joke, return JP. Good job, JP.
You
did
saw
good.
it through, and we appreciate that.
All right, let's do the thing. Or not, apparently. We might have to. It's not playing. Wait.
What did I miss?
I think we're making sound effects again.
I've got the Halo soundtrack in my head now.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
kind of like go-to.
Why aren't you working?
Oh yeah.
I'm
ready to
take
kill some
this
Covenant.
knife to this tequila bottle.
I thought you were about to say Camillo.
I did lead with the "k" sound about twice, and I don't know
Guys,
why.
I'm really bored of this brand new character I brought in. I'm just gonna take a knife.
Yeah.
It hasn't been revealed that he's an ancient silver dragon yet. I'm so bored. It's not in his backstory, but surprised me.
Well, that's
I've
because you
just
were
been
trying to
expecting
keep
it this
Josh
whole
in
time.
suspense.
Exactly.
You're like, Josh, I've got a surprise for you.
I'm the most powerful being of your world now.
Oh man.
Where is it? What the deuce is going on?
What the deuce?
What the deuce?
What's that from?
A lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of things say what the deuce.
Dewey Griffin.
What the deuce?
He says what the deuce all the
I'm
time.
thinking of something in particular.
I'll Google it.
I prefer what the Dickens.
What the Dickens? I like what the Dickens.
I like what the fuck.
Josh said dick.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Mima, what folder is it? What folder is it in? Can you send me a message on Messenger?
Please don't make us sing it again.
I might have to, guys.
I refuse.
I did it once. That was
JP, you could just have
none of that was in my contract.
It's true though.
You guys got contracts?
Stewie from Family Guy. Thank you.
I said that.
I wrote it
like
myself in
straight
crayon.
away.
I think you said it twice as
I did.
well.
I may
I didn't hear that. I was. I'm
No, he
sorry.
did
I
say
need
it.
to
I
turn
just
Josh
assumed you were
up.
going, no, that's not the one.
I'm thinking of something specific. Drew says it all the time.
Oh, I didn't hear that. My bad. Yes, I was thinking of Family Guy. I'm a little bit deaf.
Well, while we have time, it's not that rude to shoot a prisoner who was warned, okay?
Well, okay, we're opening this jar of worms.
I think it's fine. I think we're all fine.
He's alive!
I steal food from Bobby's backpack almost every session. Like, our morals are great, and that's okay.
Yeah. Great moral. Ugh.
I also like that Raya considers it on par with theft. Shoot a guy through the leg, steal some food.
Tomato.
Wow.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Tomato.
I mean, realistically, when you're looking at the time period most D&D is based on and the punishments for those two things.
We're really good people in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to draw and quarter people.
Yeah.
We didn't do that. And there was like a thing where they would tie people to saplings and like then let the saplings spring up. It was like drawing and quartering them, but not with horses.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That seems slow.
I was, yeah, it's,
This does not appease monkey brain.
They put real effort into execution back then.
Yeah,
Very
I recently
creative.
There's a lot of
discovered
pizzazz about it, you know?
that the guillotine was developed as a more humane way to behead people. Because executioners would sometimes not get all the way through and then have to go again. And that led to a very painful death. So the guillotine was invented by Mr. Guillotine, who, fun fact, it was later used on.
Does chat have any medieval facts for
I'm
us?
pretty sure that's true of nearly every updated execution method, though, is that they at least tried to sell it as an idea of it being more humane, like the electric chair.
Oof.
Oh god, that scene in Red Dead 2 is
Yeah!
so scary.
We're just gonna say a quick congratulations to Richard 338 who just got their baby dragon. Thank you so much for being here for 3 months, Richard. Before this conversation gets any more dark, and I think I'm gonna just do this.
It's just to start.
Because it'd be stupid to make one out of lead.
Yeah, because
Have any
lead's
fun
very
facts?
We're
heavy.
back.
I never knew we were gone.
Surprise, Izzy.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm just gonna tangent real hard about Led Zeppelin, so let's just.
It was a shitty joke. It doesn't deserve more attention.
Because isn't the band, it's spelled E-L-E-D?
LED, yeah.
So it'd be LED Zeppelins, and then. Sorry, yep. Just. I'm gonna.
All right.
Oh, this is TBK music.
No.
You hear music?
No, it's guillotine music.
There it is.
The orc's nostrils flare with an expression of anger and confusion contorts with agony. Jace had just asked about the Great Eye and cast the spell to detect thoughts. He spits once again. Spit and snot hit the wood wagon's bottom. His surface level thoughts are that of wanting to rip you apart, wishing he wasn't being held and bound right now. He also seems to not want to answer any questions about the Great Eye, as he fears answering that question and fears it more than you.
I could kill you without breaking a sweat right now. And you're more scared of whatever you called the Great Eye.
There are worse things than death, Elf. I'm not scared of you, and I'm not scared of your fucking friends. Sorry for
Oh,
swearing.
but you are terrified right now.
Yes, but
So,
not of
despite
you.
all your pride, you're about one step away from shitting yourself.
You do feel that pride swell. He's confused and he's trying to understand the wording and your approach to this. He then thinks maybe he should tell you, but then he refrains.
One way or another, I'm gonna get my answer. It doesn't have to be from you. I don't mind personally. And as Jace is saying this, I'm gonna start to probe deeper.
All right.
For the wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Alright. So, at that point, it knows that I was attempting to probe into its mind, but also the spell ends.
You see him stick out his tongue, and as he does, he starts to try and bite down on it. Blood starts to pour from the teeth, and he's just going to town. He stops because it's the type of pain that is most probably unbearable to most. He brings up his chin and he bangs it down into the wood wagon to see if he can use his neck muscles to sever his tongue. Digs deeper.
You know what I was just doing? I don't need your tongue to get answers from you.
Brings up his chin once again.
Can I just kick him in the nose?
Yeah.
To kick his head back and not let him do it?
Yeah. You do. You hear a crunch under your boot.
Does he have any hair, or is he bald?
Yeah, he has a tuft of hair over his head. Parts of it are missing because due to scarring.
Then Jace is gonna hold the back of his head by the hair, holding his head back. And then once again, holding the coin up to its face. It's gonna start detect thoughts again on it.
Alright, surface thought. Trying to make himself bleed out by severing his tongue, not stopping himself from talking.
I have multiple friends that can simply stop you from killing yourself. You're just putting yourself through pain for literally no reason. Why are you so afraid of this thing?
Surface thoughts read that is a question is too big for this one to answer.
Tell me, and maybe I can do something about it. What is the Great Eye?
You start hearing or feeling the answer to that is the great star above Charming. It's a practical answer. There's no real context there.
Once again, Jace will attempt to probe deeper.
All right. Okay. That's a 4.
Definitely fails.
But it was close, right?
This one believes it's a god. Some divine entity.
At this point, he knows I'm in his head. Also, just going forward, he can attempt an action every turn to make an intelligence check against my intelligence check to end it. But until he does, I'm in his head.
Alright.
Why do you fear it? You say you don't fear death, so why do you fear it?
Yeah. The reasoning why it fears it is that it believes it's greater than death. It is more than death. It is strange and weird.
Has this great eye done anything for your people? Or to your people?
It promised. Everything.
And you'll get nothing if you die here.
But my clan will. He looks down to his dead companion. And back up to you. Starts thrashing. More saliva and blood hits the wood grain.
Why do you know about the Hidden Cliff Inn?
The Great Eye told us of them. $18.
Yeah. So the spell ends. Jace is gonna let go of his head, sit back. Don't bother trying to kill yourself. I'm not gonna question you anymore. You'd just die pointlessly. Maybe your great eye will save you.
Starts to try and move towards the edge of the cart, crawling on its belly without its hands or legs.
Does it look like it's trying to get out of the cart or get to its fallen
Get out
companion?
of the cart.
Jace will stamp down on his back. That doesn't mean you can leave. And then tighten the restraints to try and limit his mobility.
Is there anything else you want to do?
Nope.
How about everyone else?
Scar and Bobby would be making their way back, I believe, with the wounded goblin. Scar, on seeing the carnage, would give a reproachful look to Jace. But other than that, just assess whether the orc needs help or if it just wants to sit.
It's down on its belly. It
Down on
doesn't
its belly.
seem like it wants help, but it is bleeding a lot.
Were you gonna do something with that?
She's just going to ask Jace what happened.
It tried to bite out its own tongue. Its companion tried to fight. I think they learned their lesson.
I don't want it to die before we hand it to the authorities.
Is this one still living?
What does it do if she moves forward with a hand out? She's considering just healing it up a bit to close any
Its face pulls
bleeding
back
wounds.
into a scowl, but it's bound, so it doesn't look like it can hurt you in any way.
Well, if it doesn't try to, cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Alright.
The dice are out of reach, but it's okay because D&D Beyond is open.
Nice.
11. I rolled max.
You see various wounds wreathed across his body start to heal up, including the tongue. There's an expression of thanks. However, it is under anger. So it starts to just look away.
No way for a warrior to die.
No, there's a nod.
Seeing that, sorry, you go.
Sorry. Oh, I was gonna say that we should get these guys to the police.
Guards, city guards.
Thank you.
Usually.
City guards. Just pull somebody through. Officer, please get this guy out there. Yes, guard station is definitely what I meant.
Seeing that Scar and Bobby had approached the cart as well, Camilo kind of senses that things are winding down and looks to Raya and looks to the unconscious individual over Raya's horseback at the moment. Just kind of sighs, puts his hands on his hips, reaches out a hand and just kind of like scratches the back of his head. Oh, yeah, I can tell he wakes up. This just kind of like slowly bobs his head side to side. He's been out for a bit.
Lee, Skara and Jace transcendence for a few hours, and Bobby sleeps longer than that. It could be a while before he wakes up.
Falling asleep and like becoming unconscious are sort of different things. If he's knocked out, it's not really bad for you. But I suppose if he's just falling asleep, it's fine. Then again, if he's falling asleep, hey, mate, wiggles his head a bit more. Are you awake yet?
as you do wriggle his head, you can see that his eyes flick back and forth and start to flutter open. There's a lethargic look at you. What am I doing on a horse? Who are you?
That's an excellent question.
Where am I?
Well, you're in Charm. You ever been before? I haven't. It's nice. Ish.
You can see that he's very removed, and he's very lost with all the questions and all the stuff that's happening right now.
Ask him what his name is.
Hey, so the horse that you're currently laying on, that's Raya, and Raya wants to know what your name is.
My name is... I don't know. I don't know what my name is.
Camilla looks to Raya. Raya's definitely unconscious. See, I told you it's bad for you. That's not good. Most people can remember that kind of stuff. Well, you got green hair and little horns, so I'm gonna call you Esteban. We can use that until you figure out what your name was. But if it's any consolation, which frankly it should be, you're safe, which you weren't when we found you, because you're being chased by goblins and orcs. But you're not now, and that's good. Hold on, this is kind of important. I'll just be 2 seconds. And Camilo kind of leans his head over towards the other. Hey, Esteban's awake!
Who's Esteban?
He's the guy on the horse. Green
Oh,
man.
we know his name?
He told you his name?
No, not really. He can't. I don't want to keep shouting. Can you not come here?
You
I'll
come here.
look.
He can't walk. You lot come here. Sorry, what
You've
was that?
got
Ellie?
6
He's on a
legs.
horse.
I can walk over there.
All right. Well, Raya's coming to you with
Let's meet
Esteban.
halfway.
All right.
Of the city gates. Like we have to.
Like 10 feet from us.
Got a whole wagon.
We might as well just
We're holding
prisoners in a wagon.
I will. Oh, sorry.
I move halfway to the party. 5 feet towards them.
I will deposit Billy in the back of the wagon and shut the doors.
Oh, we gotta tie him up.
No, we already tied him up.
You tied him up?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as the GM knows.
Yeah, he's
The
tied up.
goblin is tied up.
Do you want to tie him up again just to make sure?
Fine, as
Sure.
you check him in, Jace will tighten the restraints that he definitely has on him right now.
I mean, Chase double checking makes me feel better.
Jace is the obligatory adult of the party.
Evidenced by the fact he just killed a man.
We've all done it. Everyone has bad days.
Raya killed someone at one stage and no one said anything, so it's fine.
Yeah, the lightning bolt just frying that guy. Yeah, no, see, we've all done it.
We don't remember that right now.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, so yeah, he can't remember his name, but because he's got green hair and horns, I called him Esteban. So we're just using that until he remembers. He can't remember. That's bad.
Well, Raya can't remember much. We know that, right? Cool.
I assume so.
Hey. And Raya's got green hair too.
Just to backtrack
Bobby
quickly, I
inspects for
don't
horns in
I don't
Raya's
understand
mane.
the correlation of hair and horns and the name convention.
Oh, there isn't really one. I just thought it was a nice name, but he's also got green hairs and little things.
Right, but you kept saying because he has green hair and horns.
I did say that, aye.
Let's call him SD. D.
Depending on if the stranger is still on Rye's back, just like draping, or if he's stood up, Scar will hold out her hand to introduce herself.
Hi.
Hello, I am
Let me
Scar
get off this
Thenry.
horse. Gets
I'll
down.
wait.
Scar, nice to meet you. Apparently,
These are my
Esteban.
companions. You don't remember your name.
I don't.
Well, you don't have to stick with Esteban because it's a bit of a mouthful.
That's Bobby. She says things.
It's nice to meet you,
Everyone
Bobby.
does, except mute people. They sign things.
Do you have anything on you? In any pockets or anything?
That's Jace. He thinks things.
Oh,
It's very rude.
Is there somewhere I can go away from city eyes to not be a horse and then come back as a person? Like a little alleyway off to the side or so?
Do you want me to bobby it?
I was gonna say, do you want to hold up like a cloth or something?
I was gonna say,
You're back!
the alley.
Come, Raya, over this way.
I mean, we are in a warehouse.
Are we?
Are we?
Yeah,
Oh, you
because
left
we.
the warehouse. We're in the middle of the town square.
no,
I
you're still
didn't
in
realize
the,
we
no,
were
you were
already-
still in the warehouse.
Oh, cool. We're in the warehouse, guys.
We're in
We
the
all knew that.
warehouse.
Oh,
God, different story.
cool.
If I feel like there's no strangers around us. we're in the town square.
You can just shift back, Raya. No
just-
joy.
I don't
Find
worry
like a tall
about it.
pile of boxes, or actually let the stranger with green hair see.
Ooh, yeah, let's do that.
There's a wagon you could hide behind.
Are there other?
Clop, clop, clop.
So discreet when a horse goes behind the wagon and Raya comes out the other side.
The horse that would
Ta-da!
definitely be taller than the wagon for a little bit disappears. Riot comes out.
Alright, let's
I had carriage in my head, but I knew it was a wagon.
I'm worried that this poor bloke could just get passed out again.
It was a carriage in my head too.
I thought it was like a caravan.
No, because it was a wagon that we were transporting goods on. I don't know why I had.
It could have had a cover, to be fair.
Yeah, there was
Okay.
it was a caravan. Yeah, it could have a car.
Alright, well, if I'm among
I was
friends
picturing a
and I would feel comfortable, I'll just wild shape back from the horse into her normal form. Are you feeling okay?
You've seen people see you wild shape before. This individual doesn't seem too shocked to see you change forms like that. I think so. Yeah, I wish I remembered.
This is Raya.
It's
She
not
forgets
polymorph, by the
things.
way.
Oh no, she was wild shaping. I remember what that is, at least.
What shaping?
Wild shaping. It's a gift.
You know what I can do.
Chase, it's not polymorph. No, Jace just sitting there. I just want to bet.
Sending to Caden. I
Listen here, motherfucker.
didn't know what it was. And you do.
Isn't that suspicious?
No, really, someone knowing something that you don't really isn't suspicious. I find that a lot.
Me too.
Except that no one we know has known what that is. Except that it's not polymorph and probably not lycanthropy, maybe.
What's lycanthropy?
Well, lycanthropy is nothing. Anyway, moving on.
I thought it was a legume.
Ooh, is it seasoning?
I don't know.
I woke up in a forest and had no memories. Did you wake up recently?
I did. But I woke up in a war camp, surrounded by orcs and goblins. How did you learn to do that? Maybe I can do that.
I'm just gonna go with my gut here, Josh, to tell
with
me
your
if
gut,
it's
Hermie.
wrong.
I just seemed to want to understand what creatures were around me better, and over time it felt more real and it felt safe. And what I could feel, what home would feel like.
So I just think or reach for it? Is that what you're saying? I just will it?
I suppose it feels more like drinking or breathing. It's a part of me.
I
And
don't even know who me is.
it didn't make sense. And that's okay.
Raya, how did you find out your name?
Josh.
Well, I woke up and there was this fire genasi there. Took one look at me and went, "You've got green hair."
Hermie, it's on you. You're playing a fun story character.
Give us some 5-second prep backstory. Make it good.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah.
Part of me just wants to go with how I actually named her, which I thought
That's
was-
where my head went.
I know. I immediately went there.
I will go, if you're okay with it, Josh, what I asked about a few weeks ago, if that's okay.
It should be okay.
Double-
Just
I
refresh
can-
my memory if you can.
I'll throw you a short message.
What is this?
If it's what I think it is, you'll find out.
I need to.
If not, I'll explain later.
Cool. That's what I want to hear. I am hungry and
like,
also
this can
still
only
stuffed.
mean some kind of deer, right?
Oh yeah, I was picturing
Ah.
antlers.
Yeah.
Like reindeer or moose antlers, to be honest, because of the palms, but honestly, there's a limit to how many things you can...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, get really specific. There we go.
Okay. Here it goes. Some backstory. Raya will sort of look to the others initially. She looks down a little sheepish. A little flush of red goes across her cheeks.
I didn't have one. But
She looks over to her companions, except for Camilla.
you didn't see it, Camillo. But But the others, you saw a doe get killed. Her name was Royer. And I looked after her fawn for a little bit. The fawn called me Royer.
So if we find Esteban a fawn, we can find his name?
I don't know if it's my real name, but it's the one that was gifted, like how Magarash gifted Charm to me.
Do we remember Magarash?
Is this like this dream? Is it like we remember all our lives except for going into a dream? So it's like all totally normal except for the part where we went into a dream? Or is this
Damn.
alternate reality us?
Alternate reality.
Ooh,
if
so we could have fun.
So if you need to fill in Mag with another character, you totally can.
I think I've
Mulgarash.
decided that I'm the second richest person in the world in this reality.
One thing
The
that you
first
guys,
being my mother.
one thing that you guys would have noticed as players is that there are no great trees here.
There are
on the
no what?
horizon. There are no great trees, the giant trees that you usually see in Okenesh. The horizon was treeless.
I mean,
Well, Ellie M, change your backgrounds, cause
If you,
This
you
is a
can
video.
keep your own backgrounds if you like. You can just adapt it however you like.
I mean, technically speaking, all names are a sort of GIF. We just normally get them at birth, not undeterminate years down the line.
Or 3 minutes
that's
ago.
right. Wait, what?
Or 3 minutes ago.
Oh, I thought you said 3
Well,
months.
I don't
and
know
we're
if
talking
he
about
settled
you.
on Esteban, so let's just,
Okay. All in favor of Esteban, raise your hand. All in favor of something I come up with, raise your hand. This counts as 2.
I think the stranger should get the deciding vote.
Well, stranger.
I don't know. This is all a lot. All of a sudden, I don't know.
Take your time.
You
we
look
can-
hungry.
We can fix that.
I could eat.
We got off on the wrong foot. By the way, it hurt my feelings when you passed out when you looked at me. It made me feel a little insecure. But then I realized I'm amazing, and so it can't be my problem. But I just wanted to let you know that it hurt.
Oh, I didn't mean to. You were just such a visage, and my adrenaline was really high, and I guess I didn't decide to pass out.
Apology accepted.
I didn't give it.
It's taken anyway. You seem hungry, and I can fix that. And we can get off on 2 right feet, which would make us stumble, but it's what people want.
Okay, let's get these prisoners ready to go. We'll drop them off somewhere, maybe get a reward, and then go
Police
celebrate with some
station.
food.
Yes.
You might not remember when you last ate, but I imagine your stomach does.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, also, just quickly, Josh, when I asked him if he had anything on his person, did it look like he was hiding anything, or did he just seem to not have
He
anything?
was searching. you notice that he did take something out of his pocket, but he didn't reveal it because the conversation moved on in a different direction. But he's still holding it. It looks like some sort of wood carving in the shape of what looks like some sort of bird. It seems to bring him some semblance of comfort. He seems to be clinging to it almost, and rubbing a smoothed out section with his thumb.
As the party's getting ready to take off, Jace is just gonna quietly draw a little sigil in the air. His eyes are gonna go that rainbow color, and I'm just gonna look currently named Esteban up and down with tech magic.
All right. Tech magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's giving off magic. It seems to be the school of enchantment.
Just him?
Just him.
And so it seems to be him, not something on his person?
Not on his person, no.
Alright. Are we ready to go?
Hey? I'm starving, so Bobby, if you're gonna do something about that for Esteban, can I get in on that?
Yes, always. I need to buy some more supplies, but I have enough for everyone now. I could make some nice food for the prisoners before they spend the rest of their lives eating.
I think we're
Really
gonna
bad
drop the
food.
prisoners off and then go find somewhere else to eat.
Okay. Just means having to deal with the chefs at the inn we go to and having to tell them that no, I'm better than you.
I mean, we
At
don't
cooking.
have to go to an inn for you to cook, but I just want to get them out of here.
Okay, let's go. And yeah, I'll feed everyone.
As you step out into the city of Charming, you can see that everyone is bustling about. They're setting up for the festival tonight. They are incredibly happy. Many wear smiles and many cast off laughter and jaunted banter. You can smell many things cooking, like pies, stews, fresh bread, and you can see that even up in the sky you can see a flock of birds playing with each other on the horizon. As you make your way through the city, you eventually find directions to the guardhouse, where you hope to drop off the prisoners that you have. Alright.
It can be overwhelming. The people around you. And scary. But keep it close. Their hearts are good.
Thank you. It is a lot. They all seem happy, though. That's good.
And she sort of indicates to Bobby.
Her kindness brings a lot of happiness. Her healing brings goodness to the world. Jace is smart and protects everyone. And Camillo makes me feel a bit smarter sometimes, because I have learned things. It is simple, but kind.
Doing his best, but his best is an idiot.
That's good to know. What about you? Can you tell me about yourself?
Oh, it's not polymorph what I do.
No, it's wild shape. It's more than polymorph. I know that. I know it's a gift. I know it's more than the arcane. I just can't remember.
So I have no recollection of Coda or going up the mountain or anything like that from previous conversation.
No, you remember coming from the outskirts, a much poorer area, and then traveling with the caravan to come here for this festival. You remember that you were going to get paid, and coming to the capital of Charming is something quite special. So to be on that job and to be paid for it was something that an opportunity that none of you could pass up, especially with the festival of Charming as well, and the prince coming as well. That is something that not many get to partake in.
I have learned that this festival is important and many come to see it. As for who I am learning and discovering as I go. I try not to think about what I have not thought of, or what memories have gone, but what memories I can make going forward.
That's reassuring. I have to thank you for that. Make new memories. I like that.
I must admit, Bobby's food is a good memory to have.
I cannot wait to try it.
I can't wait for you to try chocolate. It's really good.
He gives you a smile and then looks off to watch the crowd continuing about their merry ways. Who's entering to speak with the gods? Oh, go ahead, sir.
Oh, I was gonna say, Raya's eyes kind of hang a little on the features of the Esteban, as she sort of then proceeds to turn and look towards where he's looking.
Hells yeah. Well, who was entering the guardhouse? And have you brought
feel
the
like someone
carriage
smart
here
should
with
do
you?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have brought the carriage, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Question: do we have a horse to pull the carriage?
No, it's just Bobby.
I would
That was
say
an
that
ox.
I will say that you most probably had a conversation with Giant about it before leaving, and he gave you permission to take the cart with the prisoners, with a horse.
Okie dokie.
He just said bring it back because it's a part of his caravan.
Excellent. Well, yeah, we have that. Yeah, Skara will enter the city guard's office.
All right. As you do, you can see that they're quite busy today. Many guards are rushing in and out and getting prepared for them to guard over the festival. There seems to be one in charge. It is a strong built person who has long hair, and they have green eyes, though the green eyes themselves are quite murky. The person looks over to you and regards you briefly before going back to giving a command to some more guards. It seems like that person's in charge.
You with the long hair.
This individual walks over, and as they do, you can see that they've got pointy ears, but much smaller than the ones that you've seen on other elf kind. You would assume that this individual is a half elf. Well met. How can I help you?
I am here with gifts for the Prince of Charming.
Oh, gifts? What type of gifts?
We have apprehended some of the criminals that have been attacking all the wagons on the way to the city.
Oh. Well, we will definitely take those off your hands. Orcs and goblins?
Yes.
Right.
One
Okay.
of each.
You. Yes, ma'am. You. Yes, ma'am. Go out and help them with the prisoners.
You might want to send a few people. The orc is quite muscular.
Very well. You. Yes, ma'am. Go help. They head out. For too long, they bring in the prisoners. The orc looks at you with a look of appreciation, but again, it's masked by anger. And you see Oogle as well. Being begging for you not to hand him over. Oh, I guess you'll be expecting an award then. A reward. She,
Were we seeking audience with the prince in particular, or?
You can certainly try, but you weren't really trying to, from memory.
Yeah, I don't think we had any specific plans to see the
Okay.
prince.
A shame Ellie got up just then, because I think she would have some words on the topic. As it is, we'll just... Yes, a reward would be welcomed.
She gives you a small parcel of 20 gold pieces. Thank you again. The City of Charming and the Crown, thank you for your service. What was your name?
What was your name? Jinx. I am Scarlet.
Pleasure to meet you, Jinx.
Oh, that would be a cool name, though. Oh, that could be Scar's name in Bizarro World.
And you're
I
sitting there
work-
like, why is everyone calling me Scara?
I work with a group.
My name is Nesrin. The group, you say? What
Yes,
do you go by?
we are
Do you have a
known.
moniker?
Some people call us the Wayfarers.
If we have any work for you and your group, we will ask for you. Please, don't be strangers. We haven't managed to capture any orcs or goblins. You're the first to do so.
Yes, we were made aware of that. That is why we brought them to you. Hopefully you can garner more useful information than we did.
Of course, we will try. And if anything comes of it that you can help with, can I assume that you will be okay being adventurous?
Of course.
Yes, very well.
If you hear of any work or just any strange happenings, we like to chase up that sort of thing. It will be easy enough to find. If you have any trouble, ask a Guy Ant.
Oh, Guy Ant. You know Guy Ant.
Yes.
Not a bad fellow. He does have an eye for talent, though. No wonder you were the ones to capture the goblins and orcs. The goblin and orc. Well, okay. Well, I will ask Guy Ant. Or we are the guard. We do have eyes and ears everywhere, so we can ask around for you and hopefully find you.
That as well.
All right. Well, enjoy the festival.
Yeah, she saunters back out with an air of importance. A little hair flick at the end. thank you, Ardana.
As this is happening, Esteban is going to look back to Raya. Do you ever get the feeling that there's something important that you have to do? Some sort of reason or drive? I have that feeling. I feel like I'm here for a purpose, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
I feel like I am chasing a line, but I don't know where it's going. And it curves and bends. I just hope that one day I find the end of it.
A line. Do you ever worry that you have no choice in your actions? Are you a believer in fate?
I suppose I don't quite know what fate is. I believe that I have a choice. I can choose to eat, or I can choose to starve. Do you feel like that?
I feel unbound. I feel like there is limitless possibility before me. But being unbound, I feel like I'm lost. Well, he looks to Skara coming out, and then looks back to the people with their festival preparations. I guess we can choose to make new memories.
I started small, and I will say that what's in her bag is more confusing than anything. But I can show you what they taught me.
Oh, please do. If
She
you...
will.
Go ahead.
Is there like a stall or a market or something that's near us that's open that has something?
Oh yeah, there would be many
random?
stalls and street vendors right now. What are you looking for in particular?
Just give me something random that's around us.
There's a
Trinket
guy
shop,
that is currently,
food stall.
yeah, selling balloons.
Um,
Colorful things that seem to float, attached to string.
Yeah, so Ryle will go into the little bag that she's got out like a single gold piece.
You take this. Bobby says that you give it to people to make them happy. And Jace says that it is to be exchanged for things.
No.
And she sort of looks around a little bit hesitant and then walks over to the balloon guy, gives them
Hello!
a gold.
Would you like a balloon?
As she sort of holds out, doesn't quite say anything, but holds out the gold piece and looks at one.
Wow, a gold piece. Wow. I don't know if I could break that.
That one, please.
I'm afraid if you want to use a gold coin, you might have to borrow the whole thing. You can see he has like 20 balloons with him.
Oh, just one.
And she sort of like goes to take one of them.
I don't think... I can't break that.
You can't break it.
Am I nearby?
It's gold.
I can't give you change. You will have to buy all the balloons or give me the rest of the value of that.
She'll give the balloon back and then go over to get Bobby.
I don't know how to change the gold into the balloon.
Okay, well, I wanted a balloon too, and I was kind of staring off at you, hoping that you'd come and get me, and now here you are, so let's go get balloons.
She
How
goes to
much?
give the gold again to the person.
How much for one balloon?
2 silver pieces, please.
You can keep all the change. We'll take 2 balloons, please.
Very well. Which one would you like? You can see that many...
Yellow.
He passes you one that's in the shape of a sun, and it's yellow. There you go.
Raya, what one do you want?
I will point in the direction of one.
There's one here that looks like a red dragon. There's one that looks like a leaf. There's one here that looks like a moon. There's one
Let's
here.
go the leaf. That
Right.
sounds cool. I like leaves.
Passes you a balloon that is in the shape of a green leaf. Thank you very much. And thank you for the tip.
You're welcome. Raya, you're welcome.
You are welcome.
You're welcome.
And then
Okay.
Rye will go over and give Esteban the balloon.
I don't know what it is, but it makes Bobby happy. So it must bring happiness.
I'm gonna walk up. Oh, she'd be hopeless without me and my knowledgeable ways. So, how you doing, S2?
You can see that he's currently transfixed with the balloon, and as he watches it bob in the light of the day that you guys find yourselves on, he seems to just watch it float there. Mindlessly,
If you
he lets
like
go
it.
of the balloon by accident, and it starts to fly away.
I catch it.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Do I have advantage just because as a kid this happened to me all the time?
Let's say no.
Well,
if I was gonna
you're
say
saying?
puff of wind
Daniel, you're
drew it
muted.
up and down.
I am muted. Wasn't it a dex saving throw anyway, or was it an ability check?
Was it a dex saving throw?
Yeah, dex saving throw.
Then
You can have
anyway.
advantage with a gust of wind.
Oh, thanks.
I won't mage hand it back to you then.
Oh, much better. Okay, that is 14.
All right, you catch it. Oh, thank you.
That's okay.
It's
Now,
beautiful.
if you like it, you should see the fireworks from my homeland. Oh boy. They used dark powder to make guns, though. Wait, are there guns in this world?
No.
Well, you should see our fireworks, and that's all I said.
Just while that's going down, Camilla's gonna lean over to Jace. Hey, so just earlier, Raya said that if you kind of like picture the animal that you want to become, you turn into it. Have you tried thinking real hard about an animal that you want to become?
Not meaning much offense by this, but I'm always thinking harder than you.
So it's not working
And-
for you either.
It's not. I don't think it's doable by just anybody.
She should have said that then, eh?
I mean, I don't think she knows that. I think she was just saying how she does it when she was questioned on how she does it.
Hey, that makes sense.
I know.
I love Jace so very much.
Anyway, you keep trying, buddy. Jess is gonna go back to cleaning his sword.
JP, you just got inspiration.
Hey!
Does anyone else want balloons before they're all sold out? I know festivals like these, they sell out.
I'm right without a balloon. Keen for lunch.
Well,
I'm sure you have
Yes.
something to snack on.
I did. But
And you can't be that hungry anymore, can you?
I can, and I am. Thank you very
Jace
much.
doesn't get it. Hungry people like us always need to eat.
Right.
Or do you always want to eat?
No,
I know we have to
need.
take the caravan back first anyway.
No! I
Job
wanna
first,
eat
food
now.
second.
Right. Let's get the caravan
Wait,
back.
Camilo. I'll get
I'll-
something out of my satchel, huh?
Skara casts her eyes around and looks for a street vendor just for snacks or.
Boys!
Fairy floss.
Boys! Get your mini boys right here! We've got meat, we've got apple, we've got berry, we've got roots, we've got plain pies, we've got pies
Aye.
of all kinds. Pies.
Can we
I
please
pull my
just buy
hand out of my
everything?
satchel empty-handed. I wander over there.
Hello, miss. Would you like a pie?
I would. How did you know? Okay, so I'm going to, with everyone's permission, and I look back at them, I'm going to guess your pie flavor based on personality.
I don't understand this part either.
It's okay. Look, okay, so I am strawberry. But in this case, let's just go berry. Let's go berry pie. And then Raya is chocolate pie.
I don't want to be a pie.
We've got chocolate. Yes, you want chocolate?
She can't transform into food.
Is that dark milk, white? What type of chocolate would you like?
Milk.
Milk. There we go.
We need whipped cream with that. Are you
Oh,
new
of
at
course.
this?
The
Thank
magic
you.
can.
Alright,
Actually, just a tankard and he's got his thumb over it, like, yeah.
That's the magic word, though. It's right. So there you go. That'll be 5 copper pieces, please.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Oh, of
Isn't
course.
everyone else hungry? Okay, I bite into my pie. Let's give Camilo, do you have... No, he's fine. Let's give him chicken pot pie.
I got chicken pot pie. Would you like whipped cream with that one as well?
No, thank you.
You looked very intrigued by the prospect. Would you like whipped cream on that, buddy?
I've regretted a lot of things I've been intrigued by, so I'll actually pass on that one.
Very well.
Same. We will give Jace sweet potato lentil pie.
He seems to be
It's
grimacing.
delicious. Pardon?
He seems to be grimacing at the thoughts. Look at him. You sure?
Well, it's okay. Okay, we can try again. I'm 3 for 3. Let's be 4 for 4. Let's give Skara I really like
Lemon
ducky
meringue.
pie, like a sausage and stew pie. Oh, shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie.
Right, shepherd's pie coming right up. The creamiest mashed potato you'll ever have. There you go. Please enjoy.
You've never had mine.
Is that a challenge, miss?
I think they're just about to fight.
I'll have you know that I come from a long line of pie makers and vendors. My pies are the best in the land. Many travel from all over to try my pies.
I'm really hungry, so you know what? I think that your pies are delicious, and then you're the best mashed potato maker.
Well, thank you very much. I have
You're
no doubt that
welcome.
your mashed potatoes are at least on par with mine. Perhaps.
Oh,
Maybe.
guys, look, we're making friends. I want to give Jace like a Smarty Pants pie, but I can't think of a Smarty Pants.
Meta, a lemon meringue pie.
Ooh. Ooh. But I know Daniel, and I know Daniel prefers savory over sweet.
But you also know that why would I like sweet potato lentil pie?
Have
of
you
all
ever had
things?
sweet potato lentil pie? It's
I don't
amazing.
like many sweet potato things, which
She wasn't
surprised
picking
you
what
don't
we
know.
liked. She was picking what she thought we were.
Yeah, I don't see Emma
That's
eating
more
a shepherd's
offensive.
pie.
I did like shepherd's pie. I
Like
really
8
want a
years ago.
caramel pie right now. I'm just
Ooh, caramel tart
Caramel
for
tart,
Jace,
yeah.
please. With extra whipped cream in the middle, and make sure there's loads of caramel evenly placed.
Or-
Not like those ones at my home, where it's just caramel in the middle and it's a full-on fucking cheapskate
Oi,
because you
I
just bite into pastry.
totally agree with you. It's 100%. They're the worst types of pies, where they
It's a
skimp on the
lie.
filling, or they overdo it. This is just the right amount of caramel. Let me get that whipped cream for you. There you go.
Okay, everybody,
Oh, yeah.
dig in. Here, I give him 5 gold pieces because he's lovely and
What
I'm
about
rich.
those two with the beautiful green hair?
Oh,
Well,
Ryan
I
got
was-
a berry pie.
I was going to say,
chocolate pie.
Raya breaks
Oh, yeah.
her chocolate pie in half and offers it to Esteban.
I forgot about you. I look at Esteban. I can't guess based on your personality, but going off your hair, I'm gonna give you.
Blueberry.
Thanks, that's great. Blueberry pie.
Classic. Whipped cream? I don't know what whipped
Always.
cream is. Always, I guess.
Green and blue. Same thing.
There you go, mister. That's
there
5
aren't
copper
guns, but
each.
there are pressurized cans.
Magic.
A magic can. He did cover it when JP and I gave him a weird look.
I was
Okay,
busy
now
thinking about
everyone
pie.
can dig in. And Raya, Bobby tries to
That'll be 3
seal
silver
your
if you
pie
can.
back together.
Did anyone else get a savory pie? Just deciding how crazy.
I got a chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
Chicken pot
Boys,
pie, okay.
boys, got your boys here. He starts crying down the street. Boys.
Get them! They're so yummy! I help him out.
Prisoners. This guy just like stabs the shepherd's pie and munches.
Got to buy them. But you know what? They're not great, so that's okay.
Yes, Raya breaks off a bit of the chocolate in her pie and offers it to Esteban.
Oh, this is chocolate? This is delicious.
That's good.
Wow. Then he
Gee,
bites the blueberry pie. Oh, that's a bit citrusy. I don't know
What
which I
does
like
that mean?
better. Here, you try it. And he passes you some of the blueberry pie.
Well, I've finished my pie, so
Camilla just goes.
His mouth is like,
That's cool.
I guess the rest of you can eat and walk, cause we do have a wagon to be returning.
well, I'm ready to go. And I.
You return the wagon promptly, And Giant nods
The
from
rag
you.
and
The
wagon.
rag and wagon. He nods from his office through a window, noticing that you've dropped it back off, and you can see some of his peeps start to walk over with a bucket and rag to clean it up. You then make your way back out into the festival, and you can see that there's a myriad of events that are currently happening. People are dancing, people are singing, people are sitting at long tables where there's a potluck style setup where they all seem to be bringing a pot. They sit down with whatever they've cooked, and they all seem to be breaking bread together. Yeah. It's a very beautiful scene. Off in the distance, you can see that there is a thick segment of crowd where it seems to be almost like a line or a body of people that would be hard to push through. And you can hear that there is this elevated voice, almost like they're being what's the word? Presented to. Oh man, I wish I could get a better view at whatever they seem to be attracted to.
Who said this?
This is the Esteban.
Do you want to hop on my shoulders?
I don't know if we would be tall enough. He looks up and he can see the birds that are still playing in the blue sky. If only I had wings. And as he thinks this, you can start to see his skin slowly start to shimmer and change. They seem to almost have these spines that start to protrude from his skin, and as they do, they start to fletch. Like parts of them start to feather up as well. Go ahead.
Really quick, I'm gonna just toss a jacket over this.
Okay. Toss a jacket. As you do, it shakes him from whatever zen state that he was in. Oh, he pulls it back, and you can see that he holds the jacket. Thank you. I wasn't feeling cold, but this is a nice jacket. And the spines start to pull back into the skin, and the fletching starts to disappear as well.
I don't know if I did him a
What were you thinking about?
I was imagining what it would be like to dive into that deep blue sky and look down and see what the birds saw.
Camilo's head snaps to look at Jace, and he points at Esteban like,
Just think harder.
God, do I want to cast polymorph on you right now, Camilla? Oh, but I didn't prep it.
Is Camillo okay? He looks angry.
He might be constipated.
I'm concentrating. It's
Oh.
different.
Do you need a bathroom?
No, it's different. That's I'll try later.
when he's in the bathroom.
Something happens. A small person seems to run up to you all and regard you. They seem to be wearing some pretty shabby clothing and have shabby hair as well. Hi. Did you want to see the prince's proclamation? I could lead you there. I could lead you through the crowd. I know a way. For a price, of course. I could give you some great seats. Maybe 5 silver pieces each.
Usually,
Insight.
Jace or Skara answer these kinds of questions.
Yep. Let me roll insight.
Oh, I've got my window down. There we go. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looks like this is the type of person that you would probably meet at the city gates that would guide most people around the city and show things for a price. However, with the the amount of people that are in town. They're probably all scattered or seen to certain people.
As long as they look like they're looking to take us through town, like for honest money rather than pickpocketing.
Pickpocketing.
It was a 20, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There's always the chance of that. They don't seem to be looking at you for value at all. They do seem to want to guide you, but you don't know. Oh, with a 20. Let me... Yeah, okay. Something that you do pick up on is that they do smell. Not like a garden, but like sewage.
Are you sure that you're in...
That's probably how I smell. I was gonna take us through the sewers. I know it can be a maze, but we could come up on the other side of that crowd.
Do we look like people who go through sewers?
It is a special occasion. I don't know if you'll be able to see them any other way.
Can you take us to someone who might be able to make arrangements for us?
Do I look like the type of person that would be able to do that?
You look like someone who knows people. And those people maybe know people.
Do you want me to lead you there or not? That's all I've got.
What's the big deal about this proclamation?
Well, you'll get close to the prince, and you'll get to see the prince. And not many get to do that. Generally, they usually stay inside the palace.
Have you seen the prince?
I did, when he rode into town. I had to see him from the shadows, and not on a stage, presenting.
And what's so special about this prince?
He's the ruler of these lands.
That doesn't answer my question.
I mean, he's the prince.
But like, is he big? Is he strong? Does he know lots of magic? Why is everyone all in a tizzy about him?
He rules the lands.
Is he good at ruling the lands?
Yeah, look at Charming. This place is beautiful.
I mean, you live here.
I do.
So, like, I mean, you know.
I mean, you don't have to see the prince if you don't want to. Many do.
I'll admit I'm curious, but I don't know if I'm so rich curious.
I mean, that's fair. You look like out of towners anyway. Very
You
well.
look like you're trying to make an honest living. Would you like some money?
I'll never say no to money.
That's a
Wait,
person.
in return for the money that she will give you, what's this proclamation for? What's he meant to be announcing?
I think he's just opening the festival. But perhaps he has something else he wants to say.
And the festival, I mean, obviously, like, I know what the festival's about, but why don't you explain to me what the festival is?
Oh. Well, we're celebrating the great star. The one that blesses us. The one that makes everything so peaceful and happy. Apart from the orcs and goblins that seem to want to fight all the time.
How often do you celebrate the star?
Oh. Every 10 years, I would say.
What happens? What do you do?
Well, we all give our thanks to the great star and our wishes. And we look into it in hopes that it will continue to bless us. It's said that the monarchy actually are descendants of the star.
Scar looks to Bobby.
With my nobility background, would I know this from my lessons, or?
Roll a history check.
Oof, not rolling. Oh! It was, I lost it. I'm pretty sure it was an 8, but I knocked it into a tissue when I went to check. So I'm gonna go with 8.
Just re-roll it. It's fine.
Okay, well, it's not too good. It was 13, so it's not too it's not too great. So I feel okay. History +1, so that's 14.
Yeah, you know that the descendants, they are supposedly descended or chosen by the Great Eye. However, something very strange about them is when they became the rulers of the land, they changed. They used to give me a moment. Yeah. They used to answer or sorry, I've got a little bit of a. So they
Brain fart.
Yeah, they came and they slew a tyrant that used to rule over these lands. They were powered by the Great Eye, or they were the Great Star. Sorry, and with that, they gave them the power to imprison this tyrant. Now they hold at their palace. Yeah.
Well, what he said is pretty much true, except there's also this dark stuff involved. And then I explain it perfectly. I was taught a lot about the other noble families and royalty and stuff, and most of it was boring, but some of it was fun like that. Well, not fun, but interesting.
There are worse places to go than through a sewer for a little bit. I can get us cleaned up on the other side. But our very helpful friend, would you mind waiting 10 minutes or so before we go?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
And look, why don't we pay you double what you're asking, and you make sure that we don't run into any of your friends that might be less scrupulous than you?
Double, you say?
Well, I'll give you the full amount now, and we'll give you extra on arrival, provided you don't try and steal from us.
You've got a deal.
Yay! We made that deal!
He spits in his hand and then offers it to Jace.
I'll take you.
Just press the shit as you go to shake.
It's a bit obvious. Right. Do we have to do that?
Last time that I had a character that wasn't super into spit shakes, Josh had a kettle of tea attack us, so.
Wait, what? Who did the spit shake? Oh yeah. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Jace very reluctantly. And then
Oh,
immediately
really?
prestidigitation. Alright. That was a lovely experience. I'm glad we got to share. Esteban, would you mind sitting still for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Jace is going to go sit off to the side of the road, pulling Esteban along with him, and he's going to start ritual casting Identify on Esteban.
Okay. We are going to take a quick break here, stretch our legs, and then come back and then finish off this next leg of this adventure. Thank you so much for being here. We love having you here. It won't take us too long to take this quick break. 10-15 minutes is our usual cap on that one. So thank you so much. All right, we'll see you in a second. Back, and we're back. How is everyone?
Oh, pretty chill.
Sick. All right. Let's get this on the road. Jace, can you please describe what your ritual looks like?
So, as Jace leads Esteban over to a quieter section, he'll sit down, pull this pearl out of his pack, and then placing the pearl in the center, we'll start drawing this arcane sigil around it. Similar to his detect magic, the sigil seems to sort of shift in color, almost as the light hits it, ranging all the way through the rainbow, basically. At the end, Jace takes Esteban's hand and places it over the pearl in the middle, at which point there's a very small flash of like rainbow luminescence, and the spell takes effect.
All right. As you do this, you get an intuitive understanding of the spell and what is currently happening upon Esteban. It is under the effects of a spell known as Modify Memory.
Someone's been tampering with your memory.
Oh. Who?
I don't know who did it. I only know that the spell is there.
Can you stop the spell?
I don't presently know the means to do it, unfortunately. There may be a chance that someone else here can. It's not exclusive to those of my magical nature.
What about the others? Can they help me?
Do any of you know how to end spell effects?
You would innately know that Remove Curse or Greater Restoration are the two things that can.
What, so did you ask?
We just lost someone.
It was Ellie.
Just lost Ellie.
Nah, she's just cast invisibility. She'll be back.
Okay.
Remove curse or greater restoration, not dispel. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would work here.
That's alright. I can do either. What you need.
Oh, good idea.
You can remove curse.
Hey. Camilla starts rolling his
ahead.
shoulders. Oh no, do you want me to do it now?
Yeah, on him.
Oh, hey, what's wrong with him?
What were you rolling your shoulders for?
I was a bit stiff.
Very misleading.
Yeah, sorry. Hey,
He's got,
Well,
he's
I'm very
got
excited to see this at work.
Ooh.
he's got a spell on him that is altering what he remembers.
Hey, that's well strange. Well, if you'll allow me, I'll do my magic. And Camilla is gonna roll his shoulders once again, then look. Wait, no. Alright.
Skyra's going to watch from just a little too much in your personal space.
That's what I was doing. I was like, I thought that you were gonna say, oh, a little bit of a safe distance, and I was like, Bobby's not doing that. Bobby's like right in there. But now we're both just like, what's
One
going
on
on?
each shoulder.
Get ready to dodge, nerds! So with the arm that the sensor dangles down from, Camilo makes one very large swishing motion, and once again, with several of his other spells, the sensor wraps around until it's dangling just below his wrist, and he plunges his hand directly onto Esteban's chest, and slowly begins to kind of cage his fingers so that his palm is slowly being lifted off the surface, and as he does, a small light seems to be drawn out with Camilo's palm. He slowly brings his hand back before his hand fully disconnects from Esteban's chest, and just in the palm of his hand is this little orange flame, but at the center is this black, sickly mass, kind of like a writhing mass of tentacles if a sea urchin had tentacles instead of spikes. And Camilo looks at it and just... Ugh. And clenches his fist, the flame extinguishing with small wisps of smoke coming out from the gaps between his fingers as I cast Remove Curse.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, someone got a 1 in chat.
Oh boy.
Murky.
Ooh.
Back.
You're back!
Welcome back.
Hey.
Sorry.
It's been
This
so
is
long
so-
without you.
I
Who
ripped
are these
Esteban's
people?
heart out.
Oh, don't do that.
No, he killed him. He's dead.
that little life, that little light was his life force.
Yeah, my internet dropped out, and then my phone nearly died, and then I had to buy a charger and hotspot. 2%. But we made
Now
it.
I'm impressed that you did it that quickly.
I
Yeah.
know.
All right.
She's secretly the Flash.
As you do this, you see this person start to just get hit by this like freight brick of an understanding of memory just swishing in.
That's not me.
I remember my name. My name's Jannar.
That was close.
You really
I don't
weren't-
remember everything though. I know that I can do this though. And as he says that, you see him start to do the same process that happened before. Spines start to come out of his skin, and they start to fletch with feathering, or with what's the word? I know it. It starts with P, I think. Plumage. Yeah.
Plumage, yeah.
Yeah. Starts with the fletch with plumage, and as it does, he starts to shrink ever so slightly, and he's going to turn into what looks like an eagle. He then looks at you all, squawks, and then takes flight.
That was awfully unhelpful.
He didn't say goodbye.
Is he coming back?
He can't talk right now either. He just squawked at us and left.
You can see that he's circling above. And he makes that same squawk as well.
Ryan, do
Is
you
that a
understand him?
I could mind link with him.
Just quick summary, just because it just fell out of there for a little bit. I assume we did something, and now
Camilo
he
cast
remembers?
Remove Curse with Bobby
Okay.
and Raya up in his personal space.
You
I
mean
rolled a
Bobby
deck
and Scar?
save.
Bobby and Scar.
Yes! Skara!
Yeah, Jace
damn it,
cuts
I-
out as a
Yeah,
result of it.
Okay, so he's
He
just...
had a modify memory on him,
Yep.
which didn't end with Remove Curse, which Camilo had. So Camilo removed the curse, and then he turned into a bird and flew away.
Yeah, a bit of a dick.
Meanwhile, Raya was respecting people's personal space.
Before too
That's
long,
new.
he starts to descend, and as he does, you can see that he slowly changes back to his form that he had before. As he lands, you can see that his breaths are a little bit more like he's exerted himself, and you can see just sprouting from his head, just ever so slightly, a tiny little baby elk horns. They're not fully grown yet, but they're just kind of there. Oh,
How did it feel?
whew, that felt great.
What happened to you?
I don't remember. There's still so much more I can't remember. But I know that I'm here for a reason. I know that I'm here to help. And he looks around where everyone is happy and partying and celebrating. But I don't know why. Everyone seems happy.
Josh, would any of this, what he's saying, spur on the fact that we were in fact also here to give help and have forgotten?
Give me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, I get advantage.
Ooh.
Oh.
You know what? D&D Beyond's been nicer to me. Not this time.
Oh no!
Oh, goodness, goodness.
Do you reckon it's worth using inspiration?
Yes, and I'm going to.
I might also to see if I can get it
Ooh,
higher. 'Cause it seems
19.
pretty high.
I feel very good with my
19.
dirty 20.
So worth it.
I rolled a 6 and a 9 for a grand total of 11.
Well, if the others remember, we might
Yeah.
be able to give you another chance to remember.
So. Izzy, what did you get?
19!
Miller?
24.
Jay.
Oh.
11.
Alright. Raya.
26.
Oh! Way to flex.
Lara.
You're probably proficient.
I'm feeling a little less good about my dirty 20.
Guys, Daniel's right there.
I
And you
said
can
a
go-
little less.
You,
Hey,
you
go
can
ahead.
go back through the log in D&D Beyond and see that I've just been randomly rolling shit tonight, and this was the first thing below 20 I've rolled.
Yeah.
And I rolled it twice.
Oh.
That being said, so I'm out inspiration. Who else is?
Me.
You
Anyone
use
else?
yours inspiration.
Yeah.
No, I just have advantage for my race.
Alright.
I use my inspiration.
You all remember this very strange dream you had the night prior. The dream of being in the space? Or maybe it was a dark shore? There was a whale. Apart from that, nothing else. You're 26 though? Raya, you remember this small little floof ball that you love very dearly,
Oh.
but it also feels like a dream. You guys got just hooked up with inspiration straight away. Scarra wants you.
Hey!
That is so
Fix
kind.
the orbs, fix them both.
I love Sparrow.
Sparrow's amazing. You remember your companion standing over you, Raya. But again, a dream. You all hold that expression. You may even speak to it, but I'll leave that to you.
Well, Camilla looks a bit confused, and I'm a bit confused. I feel like that we were meant to help too, but I don't know.
Did you know that whales breathe through the hole in the top of their head?
Yes.
I don't know why I remember that.
Seems
It's
like
not
it's
very
just
helpful
a
right now.
common knowledge thing. Why were you thinking of whales?
I don't know.
Well, I was thinking about the ocean too, but also about the sky.
I remember this and thinking that they look pretty and scary.
They have big mouths.
Hey.
How can we fix this? Nothing feels right anymore. I want to remember. I don't like not remembering things.
I mean, I have an idea. It's a bad one, but I've got
We
one.
expect that when you
What was it?
we
Was it?
expected that when you said you had the idea.
Alright, first of all, that's a little bit hurtful, but I was able to let, not Esteban, forgot your actual name.
Janara.
Jenna.
Thank you, Jannar.
That's
I
it.
helped Jannar remember something by casting, Yield Remove Curse.
But that was my idea.
Alright, well,
But it's his wonderful idea to cast it on everybody, right?
that was my wonderful idea. That, or the other one that dispels magic. What's it? Dispel
Well-
magic, that's what it's called.
I checked earlier. No one but him was under the effect of any magic.
Well, how do you know?
Piss.
Because I checked earlier.
Well,
I mean,
Good was that.
there's a chance a curse wouldn't show up, but I can guarantee we're not under the effect of the same spell he is. He was.
Well, do you ever get tired of being right?
I mean, it's not easy. People tend to dislike you simply for no reason.
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, I don't know. Oh, sorry, you go.
Oh, I was going to say, Raya's less so involved in this conversation, more off to the side. Her furrowed brow looking down onto the ground, with as though she's trying to reach for a memory or the dreams that she's been having, but can't quite make it out.
Look, for now, unless Jannar here can offer any further light on what's going on, then we need to press forward, find out what we can. We'll go observe this prince, and then we'll take a look around this inn, and maybe we'll try and figure out what's going on with that up there.
I could fly up and get a closer look, but it's pretty ominous. I
It
don't know
also
if I'd make it
looks.
back.
It also looks pretty high up. If it's anything like the sun, you can't hit it with a rock.
In a city like this, if they worship this star so much, maybe there's an observatory.
Can I
We could
ask?
get a closer look there.
Have you tried throwing a rock at the sun?
Hey, when I was wee. You never did that when you were a kid. You think, hey, big thing in the sky, I'm gonna throw a rock at it.
Oh, no, because
Raise of hands. Who thinks that they who's tried that?
I threw rocks at carriages as they went by.
I don't remember.
Counts, put your hand up.
I don't remember. being
Camilla, do
young.
you... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I don't remember being young. That's what she says.
I'm just that old.
Camilla, do you know the difference between the sun and the carriage?
I do, but we're talking about throwing rocks to things.
No, you're talking about throwing rocks at the sun.
Oh, well,
To
then
see if
let's
you can
gotta
hit
bring
it.
it up.
She was just anecdotal, talking about the sort of things she threw rocks at. You know, things that she might actually hit.
Ooh.
Crazy.
I did hit them.
Is there like
Not
how?
angry.
What was that?
I was gonna ask, is there like buildings and houses and places, like what's sort of the scenery around where this group is gathering from? Instead of going in the sewers, could we potentially
Yeah, they're like city
Go
streets
up.
with buildings. You could try and climbing them, but you can probably see that there are guards making sure that people don't do that. You might even see people try and sneak up there, and you hear, "Hey, you, get down!" "Oh, I'm sorry. I really want it. I don't care. Get down." Oh,
I've heard it all before.
Look, I think
have an
unless
idea.
the only people we want, I mean, unless anyone has their own ideas, I think the only people that might be able to see would be myself and Jannar here, unless we're willing to take a little trip through the sewers.
I don't mind.
You did promise that we land some coins, so
see he's sitting there patiently watching you guys all plan.
and he's sitting there so patiently.
Watching us plan. Okay, well, what if we drop down into the sewers and see how long we can stand the smell, and then decide if you
I mean-
catch my drift, as you will catch the drift of many a ship.
If we're already in the sewers, seeing how long, why don't we just try and go and then come up?
Yes.
I hope you know you're prestidigitating everyone after this trip.
I already offered that.
Me first! Alphabetically, people.
No, I'm first.
Alphabetically.
No, I'm first.
I
and
put
that's
my
not
hand on your
alphabetical.
face. Alphabetically.
Alright, well, wee little lad, what's your name?
Husband.
Alright, husband. Lead on.
Right, follow me.
I always wondered what it was like to have an husband.
Oh, Bubby.
We just have to live with that. That's just. I've heard that now, and I have to live with that. Thank you for gracing my ears with that.
You're welcome. I'm a gift to society as a whole.
Well, Camilla will follow Osmond.
Yep, me too.
All right.
I'm funny.
You guys led through the city and away from the crowds as you are brought to what looks like the commons. Much more of the buildings here, while still nice, look a little bit more shabby. You can see that there are people that have been put to community service that are cleaning some graffiti, and then Osmond sort of snickers at them. Eventually brought to what looks like an alleyway. Then as you're brought there, Osmond looks back to make sure that no one's watching. Quick, in here. You're led down the street. That's just through the alley, and there, and you get to the end. You can see what looks like a dead end. But before you do, you can see Osmond sort of trace this almost sigil on the wall, and as he does, it glows for a moment, and then the dead end opens up, and you can see that there's a trench that has been dug into the city ground and down underneath into the darkness. All right, it doesn't take you too long to go ahead.
Can I see down there just really quick?
Can you see down there?
Yeah.
Doesn't have dark vision.
Yeah. No, it's dark.
Alright, well, I hold on to whoever is in front of me.
is wet,
You may continue.
damp, and stinky down here. As you slosh through what you can only imagine is waste. You can. It's rank. Not many people come down here.
Neither am I.
You can see Jannar says, no thank you, and he turns into what looks like a cockroach, and then he starts climbing on the walls.
Would you like to go in my pocket? I asked Jannar.
The cockroach flies over,
Oh,
lands on you,
oh, the flying kind. Oh.
finds a pocket, nestles in.
Are
Jace,
there any dangers down here?
There's rats and there's word of people throwing their dead down here, but I know how to navigate around it. And you are paying the premium price, so I know how to dodge my friends. So we shouldn't run into them either.
as he says that, Jace drops the three gold in his hand.
Thank
Half
you.
now, half on safe arrival. Also, this little one, and Mao appears on his shoulder, will be going ahead. You'll be telling me which way he's going to go so that I can check that you're not leading us into anything unsavory.
Right. Okay. Mal looks down at the sewage and then looks back to you with disdain.
I mean, I can clean you at the end. It's fine. You'll be fine. We're all doing it. You'll be fine.
Mews and then
Put them
jumps
in little
down,
booties.
sploosh, and starts swimming. All right, we just
Didn't
got
realize that's
raided.
how deep it was.
Swimming.
Crit Happens Gaming, thank you so much for your raid. Hi, I'm Josh the Dread GM, and these are my fellow storytellers. Right now, we're in the sewers. Dead Aussie Gamer with the $20 donation. Thank you so much, Dag. We love you so very much. Can we get a big shout out for Crit Happens Gaming, and then after that, can we get a big shout out for Dag as well? Because that generosity and all this support that we receive goes towards making this channel even more mighty, so we can continue to do what we love, and that is epic storytelling. And we love you all so very much. Let's get it. I think we get a big shout. Now there it is. There's that handsome devil. We were playing dinosaurs recently, but my dinosaurs died, so it makes me sad. Makes me very sad. And then did we get one for Crit Happens Gaming as well? But Dag, please go check out Dag. Dag's an amazing content creator and storyteller in his own right, and you should be definitely watching his streams whenever you can. And Crit Happens Gaming, thank you so much for rating. What were you up to? I guess I'll see with the big shout out as well. Okay. There it is. You guys were playing Time Rippers and Quest Roger Wilco. That's dope. I don't know what that is, but it sounds sweet.
Base Quest for Roger Wilco and the Time Rippers.
That's a title.
Sounds a lot more fun than trudging through sewer slush.
I feel so bad that my cat has to swim. I didn't realize it was that deep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
But there aren't
horrible.
like side walkways or things. Just dolls.
Not in this section.
It's a spider cat, so it can go on the walls.
Okay.
Technically, cats have a climbing speed, so if it was technically a climbable surface,
I will say that it tries its best to find purchase on the sides, and it's not constant, but every now and then it does get some reprieve. But you eventually find your way through the sewers, and as you do, you do get pings back from Mao saying that there are some dangerous places just up ahead. What do you want to zoom in?
yeah.
You zoom in, and what you see is what looks like this. It looks like the water is like a clot, and it seems to be just moving ever so slowly, collecting things into its form.
Chase will come back to his own vision. Is there some sort of like ooze monster down here or something?
Oh yeah, that did you see one?
I did.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll pass. It does pass.
That was disgusting.
Good job, though. That's a neat trick you've got there.
Thanks.
Is this right to go? We good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay. You guys pass through some more, and it starts to get a little bit more nasty as you do. You eventually come to this the water that you're sloshing around in starts to grow thicker, almost like a slush, and then almost like an ooze itself. Oh, it gets a bit weird around here. We're coming up on the bubbling junction.
I could have.
I'm
been in
sorry,
court
what?
right now.
It's all right. It's okay. What we need
The
to
castle.
do is just stick to the sides and just make sure we don't fall into the middle, because that is a dive you do not want to take. All right. I'll go first.
With servants.
You need to follow the path that I take.
Ellie, do you know you're muted?
She's laughing at the Polly.
Oh,
Everyone's.
Laughing at what?
Right.
What did I miss?
decisions.
Do not light any flames at all, because that is something that you do not want to do in a place like this. Okay, here we go. You see him slowly start to move across the parts of this junction to cross to the other side, and as he does, he's going to try and make sure that he doesn't slip. You see him slip, and as he does, it's like quicksand. He tries to find purchase.
I try and grab him.
You have to move. You have to wait out.
Jace was probably following close behind, so since Jace can see, unlike Bobby, I would assume Jace would be close and would attempt to grab.
I just whack out and hit someone in the face. I got you.
Yeah. Cheers, I guess, for that.
All right. And give me an acrobatics or an athletics to try and catch him.
Inspiration. It was a natural 2, but now it is a natural 14, so 22.
22. All right, you grab him, and as you pull him up, there is like exertion that you have to really do to pull him out, and you can see it's almost like pulling him out of pancake batter, quite stinky kind.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, thank you.
I
You're
could
grosser
see
than you were
Jason's muscles
before.
Oh
flexing.
yeah. Okay.
You were already pretty gross.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What's
Maybe in
happening?
the bath with the money I'm paying you.
Pardon? A bath?
Yeah, just after all this is over, just get a bath.
I think I will. It's hard work though. That wasn't
Osmond
me.
fell in.
That wasn't me.
Jesse.
It was the bubbling junction.
I didn't
what
think
they
it was you
always
until you
say.
claimed it wasn't you, and now I'm starting to think it
Look,
might
that
have
was scary. I'm not gonna lie. You know the phrase? I
Yeah,
shit myself.
Osmond
not really.
shit himself.
Well, if you did that, you're in the right place.
All right. I guess I gotta. I'll try again. I guess. Wish me luck. Yeah, I've broke my players.
I'm sorry, it's the punctuation of half the things he says.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
just fart noises.
Here I go. He wades out once again. All right, he makes it halfway. Good. Okay, I'm going well. You can see that there's like hissing and popping sewage near him as well. Okay, just gotta get past one more. Here we go. Ah! A pop kicks him in, and he's further to grab now. You'll have to wade out to grab him, but he starts sinking. No,
Just quickly, does this look like an acrobatics sort of situation to cross this gap?
It'll be some sort of athletics or acrobatics to get out there and then to grab him.
So, Jace, seeing how much difficulty he's been having, will take half a second and just think about breathing deep for a second and then go, no, and exhale, and breathe shallowly, but the tattoo will still start to glow as I'm going to activate Blade Song and then start going out for him.
All right.
It sounded like he was taking a shit. One more, here we go.
You can see that it's up to his armpits now, and his arms are just flailing out, and his head's just above this.
Stop flailing, just one sec. And Jace is walking out.
All right, give me acrobatics or athletics.
That is a natural 20 for 28.
Okay.
Oh, very nice.
You make it out there deftly. Help, please!
I got you. And Jace is gonna lean down, kind of one arm, sort of like purchasing the wall a little bit, and using his left arm to try and grab him.
All right, give me athletics.
Athletics this time.
Yeah.
So much worse at this. 9.
Don't
Don't have advantage on those.
He reaches out, and as his hand slaps on the sewage, it sinks, and he's like, only got one arm left. Please, I don't want to go down there. Please, give me another one.
I got an idea, Bobby. And Camilo's rummaging through his satchel. You hold this, and he's
I
holding
throw my
one
hand
end.
Where is it?
Then no, you grabs your hand and puts your hand around one end of rope. Jace, you hold this, and he throws you the rest. I forgot I had that.
Slide a hand to grab it.
Hey.
Slide a hand to catch it.
14.
Yep, you grab it.
And then I'll lower it down and try and like grab his hand and put his hand around the rope.
Acrobatics.
Could I assist with mage hand?
I've already got advantage because of Blade Song, and it's a 24.
24. All right. Yeah, you wrap it around him. Tie it up.
Pull, Bobby.
You can see it's now under his chin and mouth. Pull him. You start pulling. Go ahead, Bobby.
What am I rolling?
Athletics.
I use it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The farts are breaking me. My brain is just not able to focus right now.
Yeah.
They're just when they punctuate the sentences.
That is 21.
21. All right. You start to pull out Osborne out of this bubbling sewage, and as you do, he gets up to his waist, and then Jace, give me a perception check.
People
No,
do this
perception
regularly. I yell
11.
at Osborne.
Perception.
I did just get inspiration though, but I'm gonna save it for now. 11 on the perception.
11. All right. With an 11, you can see that the sewage is almost like holding on to him at this point as you pull him up. Yeah. People don't usually take this way, but you wanted the safe route. Just get me out, please.
This doesn't seem safe.
It's the one without any thieves or anything like that, or monsters. It's the road less traveled.
It's okay, we'll pay you quadruple.
Has he been getting pulled back to Bobby, or is he right next to Jace still?
He's still near Jace. I would say that he's about half a meter. A meter and a half away.
Ah, okay. Then yeah,
and you can
Jace
see that
will...
it's like kind of holding onto him, and as it does, you can see that there's this a construct, like almost like a hand or an appendage that's holding onto him. Bobby, I need another. I need a strength saving throw from you.
You got it, boss.
Feel something pulling against the tether that you're currently pulling, Bobby.
Can I help Bobby pull him? I feel like I need to help or do something. Other than just
I would
giggle.
love the help. So it's not athletics, it's a strength saving throw?
Strength save.
Yeah.
Alright, that's on a different page. And my thing likes to fuck up,
I was gonna say, just whenever it comes back to it, Jace is going over and he's gonna grab the rope with one hand and try and grab the back of his shirt with the other and pull him that way.
I was gonna ice knife
obviously.
the water.
Resolve
See
other
what
things
happens.
first as needed.
What do I get if they're all trying to help? Do I get advantage or anything?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll count that as a help action. Yeah, go ahead, Ryan. You obviously gonna try and do you have dark vision?
Where's my teeth?
Yeah, I've got dark vision.
Yeah. Are you aiming somewhere in the room where it's away from everyone?
Yeah.
All right.
Ha! It's not cocked. A D4 sits on it perfectly fine. So that is 17.
17. All right.
Yeah.
You do feel that pull and that tug. You step forward, but you manage to recover and you don't fall or falter at all. You just heave. Something is pulling back against it. Now it's not just dragging someone out. Go ahead, Rao. Is it?
So did I see you said that there was like a mechanism or something
No
pulling
mechanism.
him?
No. I guess yeah. It's a construct made out of the sewage almost. Yeah. So it's like it's
But it's
wrapping
not like
itself around him. It's not made out of metal. It hasn't got any gears or
okay.
levers. It's a construct made out of this sewage.
in that case, I might try something else then.
Okay.
Sorry if this goes pear-shaped, everyone. I'm
You're
gonna
do 18 damage to me again.
can't be any worse, right? I'm going to use one of my cantrips, and I'm going to use Thorn Whip, and I'm going to try and whip where this thing is grabbing him to try and to separate it from him, and to him and the ooze, if that makes sense.
Yep. Make a spell attack.
That's not too bad. 22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
9. So as it happens, out of Raya's hand, an emanating dark green coloration goes as she whips her hand out, and a long, thin, thorned vine comes, and she just whips it forward, striking the situation. I tried. I tried.
All right. So it you pulls closer to you as well, right?
10 feet, I believe.
If the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature 10 feet closer to you.
Should have just
Alright.
thorn whipped Osmond.
Oh yeah, I should have just thrown
As
it.
your whip comes out and hits whatever is coalescing around Osmond, you hear.
Thought that might be the case.
As you hear that noise, you start to see submerging from the sewage itself what looks like a humanoid. However, it is constructed out of the sewage itself. Parts of it are pestilent and popping and hissing, and it seems to want Osmond. It has one of its appendages wrapped around Osmond as Bobby is holding on, and the whip deals its damage. Parts of it slick off and hit against the wall and then start rolling down the stonework. This is where I would ask you to roll for initiative. However, this is where we will leave tonight's session.
Oh,
So what should I draw for this week?
Just a big old fart monster.
Yeah, just a peach emoji, and then the cloud emoji.
Should actually be one of the easiest ones now. Yeah.
A scenic
the poo
visual-
emoji.
Yeah.
scenic visualization of all of us crunching through this fucking sewer.
You guys remember?
Someone needs to have a chat with him about what safer route means.
Yeah. And like given the options between maybe getting killed by monsters or
Telling
Poo
your friends
monsters?
not to steal from this group, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you guys
I
remember the
definitely
good old days when we weren't in this situation?
Yeah.
I was happy to climb up the
Yeah, for so
wall.
long. Had so many farts.
I mean, that was guards. We probably would have just died
But if,
as they
if
knocked
we
us
didn't
off.
go to the sewers, we would have never heard the farts.
Oh no!
I mean, I was relatively fine with having Jason, Janabi, the only ones that could see
Well,
what was
I
going
could have
on.
seen it as well. My thought was turning into something that could
Oh yeah,
fly.
if Mao can get through, then you can get through
Yeah,
as
I
a
can
similar
get-
creature.
The other thing I was going to say is if he's an eagle, I could turn into a hare and then just ride on the back of the eagle.
Sewer monster! Yay! Next week, we're gonna get wasted. Ha 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 ha.
It's
I
gonna
get it.
be a shit fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching
Mao clean the world
watching
of
our
British
session
water.
tonight as we tell our tale, and we found ourselves in a stinky situation. We are going to do favorite moments. Favorite moments is what we do with this channel, where we build each other up, because it's hard to do dialogue, it's hard to be descriptive, it's hard to role play, but it doesn't have to be, because we are a community of love, and we want to spread that love wherever we can, including to you guys and here amongst ourselves. So it's something that we've always done at our tables, and it's something that we'll continue to do at our tables. So how it works is we'll start with Izzy, and then we'll make our way down the line, all paying compliments to Bobby, and then we will go down to JP, Daniel, Ellie, and then Em. If you'd like to join in, please @TraderGM, and I'll read your favorite moments. Actually, does someone else want to read them tonight?
I can read them.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yay.
Yep. At Ellie Rose 123, and then Ellie will read them out, which is super cool. All right, cool. Izzy, praise yourself.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I don't actually have anything. So let's make it up on the spot. As in,
I liked when I killed God.
yeah. I
didn't know that was
really liked
possible.
when I single-handedly figured out how this campaign was going to end. I didn't tell anyone because I didn't want to be like a spoil sport, but I did.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Right. JP.
I absolutely adored Bobby picking our pie flavor personality.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Amazing. Josh.
I just really enjoyed the bit of dialogue where he was just like, "Do we get tired of being right?" And then suck for you. And I just really liked it. I thought it was very funny.
Thank you.
Ellie.
It was me to you.
Oh goodness, I personally really enjoyed the pie. I thought that was fun, and I also think that you really nailed the character personalities. I think you should write for BuzzFeed, and nothing will change my mind about that. To give you something new, I really
What
liked.
type of bread are you?
What type of garlic bread?
I'm a garlic
That's
kind.
it, I'm garlic bread.
I really enjoyed it. How you were like, "You want a pocket?" And then you're like, "The flying kite." Flying kite
This
is
is the worst
worst.
discovery. You're like, oh, cockroach, better get the shoe. And then the motherfucker flies.
100%.
Amazing.
They're already like this big.
So there were quite a few burns tonight, and Bobby was responsible for one of the best ones, which was when Camila was proud of having an idea. And then he said it was a bad idea, and Bobby said, we expected that when it was you that had it.
Savage.
Yeah.
Bobby is savage.
Oof.
I'm sorry.
It was very entertaining, though.
100%.
All right, chat. What do you have to say?
Did Elle forget she
Oh,
was
that's
real?
me. That was my cat. Oh my god.
Jesus, Ally.
Okay, so the beautiful Adana says, Izzy, Bobby buying balloons with Raya was so cute. And the amazing Sir Terra said, just an overall thing tonight, you guys were all freaking amazing. I loved the lot of you bouncing off each other. That kind of casual rapport is so very, very epic. And it's one of the many things that keep me coming back each week. I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
Oh, you're so cute.
All right, my favorite moment for Bobby was it was stolen, unfortunately, by Ellie, which was the "Do you want to get in my pocket?" But
That's
not
so
that.
cute.
I will say that I loved. No whipped cream? Is this your first time? I love that so much. And then, hey, look, guys, we're making friends. We're best friends now. We're gonna make pies together. Amazing. I loved the interaction with the pie maker so very much.
Thank
It was
you.
amazing. All right, Camilo JP, praise yourself.
I was really happy with my description for Remove Curse, drawing the flame out of the body and then extinguishing it and having little wisps of smoke come out in the hand.
That sounds awesome. I really wish I heard that.
Well, you got the basic rundown just then.
It sounds awesome.
Probably, by the looks of it, would have gotten it twice more if he hadn't have said it.
That would have been my favorite moment.
That was my favorite moment.
Izzy.
Well, it's hard to pick because I had two lined up after the first one, but they were so equal and I was like, nah, I'm the first person to go. I'll get to say it. I always forget that I'm not.
This is actually the only time I get to snipe your favorite moment, and I did it.
JP
Yeah.
is the assassin sniper of all favorite moments. He's going for it. Look at him.
I it's pew pew instead of pop. Huh?
What is your favorite moment, Bobby?
Oh yeah. Okay, so shut up. It echoed somewhere.
It was Josh.
Oh, I don't like hearing my own voice, guys.
It was very
It's all, like,
surprising.
High pitched. I'll just talk like this the rest of the night. So anyway, my favorite, I hate it. My favorite Camilla moment was probably, aside from the curse building, like, to expand on that, I have a second one for you, which I'll use if not, it doesn't get taken. But to expand on that, it was, ugh. That was like, it was beyond the description. It was describing something and then immediately jumping back into character to react to what you've just described, which is really impressive, and I can't do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hells yeah. Jace.
Got two, but I think I'll call him Esteban because he's got green hair and horns. What?
You fucking heard me.
Was there a reference?
No justification for it either when questioned. It was just it's two completely unrelated things basically that he said for some reason must correlate.
Raya.
Oh, that's me. Oh my lord. The conversation between Chase and Camillo. It had me in tears. You're like, oh, you just think really hard. And then Chase just jumps on that straight away with, well, go on then. Show us how it's done. You're so quick-witted, JP. I don't know how you do it. You're a legendary, and you can just if you ever watch the VOD, you can see every time you open your mouth, I break with laughter with the joy you bring me with Camillo.
Thank you.
Scar.
So I've got a little quote picked out, which is to do with how you, as much as Camilla gets ripped on for being not the brightest spark, you definitely play into it. And the one that I really enjoyed tonight was the other one that dispels magic. What's it called? Dispel magic.
Crazy how nature just do that. It's named after the thing it do.
Alrighty, I'm ready with chats. I'm prepared this time.
Chat, what do you have to say?
The incredible Ardana says, JP, Camillo's reasoning when it comes to naming Esteban was so funny. And the wonderful sparrow fly away for JP. Green hair, I'ma call you Esteban. Don't care what your real name is, your name is Esteban now. LeMayo.
Amazing. Yeah, my favorite moment was when you had the bring back, the callback to. There was a whole dialogue of like how it's not polymorph, and then you brought it back, which was like he's doing it. How's he doing it? And then you and Jace had that interaction between the two of you. It was just an absolute pleasure. It's like you just need to think really hard. Okay.
The strain on JP's face as well.
It's amazing. Oh man,
Such pure
this is
joy.
so good. I love it so much. That was definitely my favorite moment. Followed by you sniped it straight away, which was the description of your remove curse was dope AF. Fudge yeah, cowdoy. Love it. I love it. Okay, Jace, favorite self moment. Yeah.
I really like whenever I get to interact with Mao a little bit. I just enjoy my little Mao interactions. Still Izzy's too. That's so good.
What did I just fucking say?
I just enjoy interacting with Mao.
I love it. All right, Bobby.
Well, I was gonna say I liked that you sent Mao ahead in the sewers. I thought that was smart. But instead, because you're a dick, what I'll say is, I liked the way that you, not really haggled, but not really botted, same thing, but the way that you established ground rules with that guy that we all know the name of.
Husband,
That's right, where I made my amazing pun. That I'll take as my favorite moment for me. Because it was amazing whether
was
you
amazing.
laughed or not.
I like it.
So I'm getting from this that Izzy's favorite moment was in fact her pun. Oh, no.
No! What I said was my favorite moment was you interacting with husband and the way that you were like, no, yeah, we'll pay you a full thing now and a full thing when we get there, and I'll give us 10 minutes to ritual cast. And then we took more than 10 minutes because you ritual cast and then we dispelled a curse and stuff. I like that. It was good. It was very Jace-like.
Hell's yeah. Just quickly, friend Serum76 is here. Serum76,
Oh,
guess what is inbound your way now? Your poster is on its way. It is being shipped. It is happening. We posted it. Expect that, and there is a little extra surprise in there for you as well, sir. Expect that very soon. And welcome back. We hope everything's chill and awesome. All right, GP.
I did just see, and someone put it in chat, curse you, Ardana, but
That
I
was
did
mine
absolutely love getting the absolute shit razzed out of me by Jace. Just I don't mean any offense, but I'm pretty sure I'm always thinking harder than you. But to give you one that wasn't stolen by chat already, curse my limited ability to be able to read. I absolutely loved your description of Identify with the iridescent rainbow magic just kind of washing over. And what did his name end up being?
Jannar. And I
yeah.
took so many notes tonight, guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty much words.
You getting Jannar to put his hands over the pearl at the center of the ritual, and then having that rainbow light wash over him, and then I love the spell description, and also smart, not using spell slots.
I never had that prepared.
The fact that you got the kid to wait 10 while you did it too. Just loved everything surrounding Identify this session.
Hells yeah.
Well, we can all confirm that JP's only favorite moment then was just him casting Identify and nothing else. So what I will say, it's funny because he's just behind my Zoom chat, so when he tilted then it was like he was looking around the box. No, you are like, the dialogue between Jace and every character is so unique and so interesting. But what I love watching is I feel like there's such a pride that Jace gets when he not only is right, is smarter, and people are like go to him to figure out things that are just so blatantly obvious, and he just finds himself surrounded by freaking idiots. And it's just always so entertaining, and you play that so well and so comedically and so funny. Like your interaction with JP was and as Camilla was hilarious, and I loved every second of it. I was tearing up. It was so funny.
I just realized that Jace must be clinging to Skara, the last remaining smart one, for dear life. Please don't leave me with them.
Please don't leave me with the idiots.
Caden's already gone.
Alright.
So I just wanted to throw praise at you for playing through the poo. You took point on that. Like most of us were just losing it, and just, I mean, I definitely was. Elle definitely was. And you somehow managed to get Jason there, get him in the scene, take it seriously, continue to be active, whereas I was
gone. As soon as the first part happened, I was like, bye guys.
I didn't hear it for ages.
You were having this scene with the kid, and everything he was saying was punctuated by the fun.
Josh being
it's really hard.
That was me. That wasn't me.
There's another one. And you managed to take it seriously. It's so you, so Jason, so impressive. So
impressive.
Props for that.
Amazing.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Dana, you wonderful soul, says, Daniel, Jace's comment on not meaning much offense by this, but I always think harder than you. Cracked me up so much. I love Jason's snark so much. That's exactly what it is. It's snark.
All right. My favorite moment for Jace would have to be the interaction at the start. I absolutely loved the back and the to and fro with the detect thoughts and unraveling that sort of situation there was awesome, and it's difficult to navigate, almost as hard to navigate through farts. So it really does go to show where you place yourself and how you hold yourself in a roleplay space. And I love being a scene partner with you, whether it is in a grim, dark sort of back and forward between a hostile to, you know, the dire situation of a room filled with flatulence. So yeah, it's amazing, man. Like, but the orc was awesome. I really thought that you got what you need, like got what you needed from that, and it was well played, really well played.
Thank you.
Hells yeah.
Our beautiful Sparrowfly also says, don't know if it was Daniel or Jace at that moment, but the fussiness about which type of pie he was funny.
Amazing. All right. So we are up to Raya. Praise yourself.
Oh, goodness. That was fast. Sharing the chocolate with Jannar was really nice. I like that.
Hells yeah.
That's the little thing that Raya found, and it was nice to share it.
All right. Bobby.
It wasn't taken. Okay, mine was when you're kind of saying things about people to Jannar, like kind of explaining who we are. I can't remember what you said for Bobby, but she makes people happy or something like that. Anyway, yeah, and then you kind of went down the list and it made me so happy.
JP.
So, in a similar vein, but it was your conversation or just continued commentary with Jannar, knowing that they were in a similar situation to one that you had been in before, and just helping them learn what you see as the basics that, oh man, if I'd known this sooner, this would have been great. So you were helping Jannar go through and learn the stuff that you didn't. This is how you buy something. You give people these shiny little metal things, they like it, they give you stuff in return. Being Jannar's little guide, and pretty much just his first, like, giving him his first little reintroduction to big city life. I thought it was adorable.
Thank
Hells
you.
yeah. Joyce.
So I do have two, but I think overall my favorite was the balloon buying and the persistence there to stay in character and not explain to this shopkeep that you're willing to just pay a bunch extra and just keep saying, you can't break, and then getting confused and being like, oh, so like you're not gonna take my money then? Like,
Bobby, this has never happened before.
and after quite a while going over to Bobby, it basically just like, help, they didn't want the money.
But what a nice shopkeep. Didn't just swindle you.
It was very Raya, and I really liked that scene.
Thank you.
Hells yeah. Scar.
Okay, so not to be making a joke about this session, but do you want number 1 or number 2?
I think we know which one is deserved given the session.
Okay, so the second one was a quote based on the balloon buying scenario, and I loved when Raya went back to Bobby and said, I don't know how to change the gold into the balloon. I thought that was so beautifully encapsulated her confusion over the scenario. So that was wonderful.
Thank you.
That was number 2.
Hells yeah.
No more poop jokes.
Chat, what do you have to say?
Oh, I guess I read them. Donna says, Ellie, Raya describing how she does wild shape to Jannar was really pretty. Oh, thank you. And Sparrowfly says, agreed, Guardian Angel Raya was so precious.
Amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
My favorite moment was the balloon segment as well. I absolutely adored it, and I love the back and forth between how to buy a balloon and not being able to buy a balloon, but getting the balloon and then bringing Bobby into was awesome. And also sharing the pie with Jannar was epic as well, and saying, "Hey, chocolate feels good," because it was a dialogue throughout the whole session. It's like, "Hey, you should try chocolate. Chocolate's awesome." Okay, I'd like to try chocolate. That'd be awesome. And then we had a full arc on trying chocolate, which was amazing. So, yeah, that was my favorite moment.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
Do you want number 1 as well?
Sure, I will take number 1.
It completes the set of jabs that Camilla's intelligent.
Okay.
That's there. It's just You were talking about how Brian was talking about how Jace was smart, and then how Camilla makes her feel smart.
Well, Camilla asks her questions, and sometimes she can answer them, and that's really special for her.
Yep.
Awesome. All right.
I was pretty proud of my one line as well about making new memories as well.
Yeah. Scar, praise yourself.
I don't know. Hey, Izzy did a cop out. Can I do a cop out?
Yeah, go for it.
Make one up.
I make the rules.
My favorite moment was being enlightened enough to tell the kid not to take us through the coup.
Hmm?
Yeah. Didn't happen. No, I didn't write any for me. And I forget.
It's okay.
Well, why don't we remind you? Because I remembered my amazing pun. So,
Bobby.
is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite moment was that's Bobby. She says things. That's Jay. He thinks things. It just kept going, and I was like, oh my god, what is she gonna say for everyone else? It was very good, and it was accurate.
Thank you.
JP.
Exiting the guardhouse, I believe, with an air of importance. And at the very end, just before you're about to start talking to people.
The hair flick was everything.
It's way too much time with Bobby. Way too much time.
Scar's just like, yep, just got 20 gold, just handed over some criminals, just talked to the captain of the guard.
Whose name was Nezrin.
Yeah, just your description of very confident Scara strutting out of the guardhouse, and yeah, especially the hair flick at the end.
Just Bobby in the background. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
All right. Jace.
In just before that, actually, yes, I think a reward would be appropriate. Hands you 20 gold. Just that tiny little like you're like, this isn't an appropriate reward, but can I say that? It was just so good. Because we were all thinking it. Scara too, though, just a little.
I could see your brain. Where's the rest of it? Are you coming
Is this like
back?
an advance? Or like...
Yeah. Is this the deposit?
You know, there are 5 of us.
What are the rest meant to do with no gold? Oh.
I absolutely adored the scene between you and Nezrin, speaking about what has happened, what you knew, and then setting up future connections and networking in that way. I also said, hey, you might want to send some out to pick them up, but also you added on to that, the York's quite tough. You should send more. That was brilliant scene building and situational awareness as well. So I can't thank you enough for that because it was epic. On top of that, I loved how you hoed into your shepherd's pie as well. It was a nice punctuation, which I absolutely loved as well. You're just like, okay, I'm gonna eat this. We didn't hear anything after that, so I do wonder if like Scara loved it or not, but it was amazing.
Okay.
Alright, so-
Chat, what do you have to
Chats
say?
And mine.
Ryan,
Yeah.
what did you have to say?
Okay, well, we're gonna go in a bit of a reverse.
Oh, did I? Okay, skip.
Oh, don't worry
Jump
about
from
it.
me
Yeah.
to you, which is fine.
It's okay.
Wait,
Um,
so has Raya said hers yet? Sorry.
No,
No.
I
Yeah,
haven't
go
yet.
ahead, say yours in the middle chats.
Oh, truth be told, mine has already been said. My favorite was the hair flick. I loved that. I thought it was so very beautiful and so, I just love seeing Scara with this self-confidence and just like, yep, this is who I am. But to give you a player favorite moment, thank you for not making me feel so alone in my potty humor and laughing straight along with me every single time there was a silly fart. I looked up and you were just cacking yourself just as much. So thank you for being in solidarity with me and my toilet humor. Beautiful chat. What do you say? Our lovely Ardana, says Skara, introducing the party to Jannar. So good. And our beautiful Sparrow says, Skara is all the sass, LeMayo. Love it.
All right.
Thank you.
Favorite self moment for myself. I will say that I like the description of the wild shape. That was dope. Yeah, I'll give myself that. Bobby.
Building on the wild shape, that because I wanted to make that first one, because I wanted to make a quick action to make sure he didn't turn in front of a bunch of people. Knowing that I had to interrupt you really quickly to kind of get that in before you finished, before it was like, and the town's guardsmen see and arrest you all. But also B, having him shocked out of it, you know, like having my actions actually have an effect. It's one of the best things about your world, where you actually feel like you're doing something. It's not just a story that you play out and have no impact on. I covered up his wild shape, so he stopped wild shaping, so that was fun.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. JP?
I really liked the pie vendor. I liked
he was so
everything
awesome.
about the pie vendor. Yeah. I'll have you know, I come from a long line of pie makers and vendors, and we are the best pie makers and vendors in the land. Just everything about them having just the right amount of caramel in the caramel tart. But that's the magic word. Just everything about the pie maker. I thought they were an absolutely adorable NPC, and I honestly hope I see them again.
Thank you so much. Josh.
So it was one little comment from Osbin, just after Skara did the insight check, and then he noticed that she was regarding him a little weirdly, and then he's just like, oh, it's probably the smell. He knows he smells bad. I just thought that was funny.
Works in the sewers, he knows he smells bad. Ellie.
Okay, so first of all, you're an evil human for saying, oh, pardon me. Oh, that wasn't me. Every time there was it was so funny. But for in-game moments, I loved what you weaved with Jannar. I loved the emotion and the excitement when he realized he knew his own name. I thought that was really sweet and really wholesome. And oh goodness, the balloon guy, he was really funny as well. You're so very talented and so very skilled, and I love every second I'm in this game with you.
Thank you. All right, Skara.
Okay, so I mean, I loved how you played out the whole poo dungeon, but my favorite moment is just the little, when we were doing that scene and Skara said, you know, that the orc is super muscular, you need to send back up, and then you're like, oh, yep, send back up, and then you piped up with this little very feminine, yep. So the person that you sent after the orc as backup was like a woman or someone just of a smaller build, and I loved the little bit of representation and variety in your NPCs when you so easily could have just gone, yep, okay, send the big man in.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
as you know, women are
Design
always
Dick Johnson.
That That's why Last of Us Part 2 got so many 1-star reviews. How dare they? Last of Us Part 2 is my favorite game. Putting it out there.
Guys, that's it.
No, it's not.
Chat, what do
No,
you have to
it's
say?
not.
Chat, what do you have to say?
Okay.
Someone's tired.
Ellie, you're doing great, sweetie. Don't end the stream yet.
Our beautiful Sparrow Fly Away said, Dread's ability to just roll with all your shenanigans is amazing. Like, he didn't even blink at the balloons or the pie BuzzFeed quiz or Esteban or anything. He went, yep, let's do it, and brought it to life in a spectacular fashion. Oh, preach.
Thank you so much, Farrah. That means a lot.
And our lovely Ardana says, Josh, I really like the back and forth between Jace and the orc. The whole scene was brilliant.
Thank you so
just
much.
Brilliant.
Ah, my gosh darn heart. All right.
Not sure what it is, but you have a question incoming
Oh,
in chat.
shoot. By the way, hello, Rolling Deadly. Welcome.
Hey,
Any
J.
tips?
Marie.
Yeah.
J. Marie. Ah, missed the whole session. Yes, that's okay, but
Your
the VODs are
character
there.
is still alive.
J. Marie's still alive. Is back in Fiolum training to be a keeper. So with COVID forced to do more theater of the mind, do I have any tips? Yes, you need to not be as precise as what a grid would do. That's one of the big things. You have to trust the players, and the players have to trust you. If you're able to get to that point, then you guys will have a better way of running it. On top of that, remember that you are using narrative to drive your combat, and so you should be descriptive, and you should build the scene together. I will say that as a GM, if you try and do everything all the time with the descriptions and the running of everything, it can get quite tiring, or you can get fatigued, and then it does require a lot more. Like any other tip that I give, the most important one is communication. Just talk. Communicate and try and understand each other. What I think will actually happen, and which I love Theater of the Mind so much, is when you run in Theater of the Mind, you also your communication skills between you and your players, or the GM and the players, gets much better because you are constantly communicating. There's no medium where that pauses. You are continuing to build and run a game together. So that's probably my biggest tip as well.
Can I answer the next question?
What's the next question?
I had a bit of an add-on for that one as well.
How do you push players to be more descriptive?
Yeah, that's it. Go ahead, Izzy. You can answer it, and then I'll throw my
Thank
2
you.
cents
I'll
in.
take the stage. Hi, I'm the cutest Izzy. Anyway, so I suck at combat descriptions, and they make me really uncomfortable. But every time someone else does a badass combat description, A, I get competitive, and B, Josh immediately follows with, first of all, you say, Izzy, you're on deck, so I know that my turn's coming next. So I know to pay attention, and then he says, use linkers, which is like, oh, well, I'm seeing this guy throw a fireball, so in reaction to that, I'm gonna do this and dodge the flames really badassly. So it's a word, I made it.
Badassly.
Yeah. Do things badassly and you'll be okay.
Does anyone else want to weigh in there?
Emma had something.
I was typing, so I did not hear most of that.
It's fine.
So in case, I don't know if you've already said it, is my point. But one of the things he uses when it's our turn in initiative is he reminds us to use linkers, which is just link to whatever happened in this round, or ideally right before your turn. So if Jace went before me and he slashed with a sword and killed a monster, then I would add on, okay, as Jace slays this monster beside me, my character does this. So just linking ourselves to the action that happened before.
And occasionally, if all else fails, after telling us to use a linker, he will just straight up say, "Be descriptive." It's usually like, if you're planning to cast a spell or shoot someone in the head with an arrow, it's just a nice little reminder that you don't have to just be like, I roll to attack. It's like, no, drawing my bow, I exhale, steadying my aim, and then letting loose an arrow directly into their jugular or whatever. I don't know, I'm not a doctor. But yeah, occasionally, if all else fails, be
Just tell them.
descriptive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that is
Allow me to
idiot-proof.
rephrase. Be descriptive.
Okay. I mean, another one is just if you can also ask them, what does that look like?
I was gonna say that right
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
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 Because sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, I cast this," and you're like, "And what does that look like?"
Yeah.
I would
I've
say as
recently
well, something
getting
I've
into.
noticed.
Sorry.
I will say as well, something I've noticed Josh has done in the past with some of the less experienced players in a couple of the one-shots and stuff is he will sometimes sort of add to their description after the fact. Like after they've done it, he'll then jump in and sort of like develop it further, which one means that it's still a really cool moment that the player had input on, but then going forward, that player can help start to up their repertoire of like, oh yeah, cool, so that's like a cool descriptor I can use for this sort of stuff and whatnot.
He did that for me
love
for
that.
all of season 1.
That was what spawned the magic stone, like the epic. Like, I don't know what to do. Who crits with the magic stone on it? Like, how do you want to do this?
The natural 20, the natural 20 stone was amazing. Yeah. we're going full shonen here.
So good.
Sorry, you go.
I was going to say our beautiful Sparrow has just said that their favorite moment was making everybody laugh with their determination to keep the inspiration orbs lit, and they love us.
Aw, that was amazing.
We love
Alright.
you.
Dag has
I
something
love
here
that
as
we
well.
get inspiration so much.
Yeah.
When we were playing just the table, just us, you'd have to do so much incredible roleplay before Josh was like, I'm gonna give you inspiration
Remember
for
the
that.
hag's
Yeah.
eye? Remember the hag's eye? That was such a good rule.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
It was the big yellow
Big yellow
D20 that
one.
players could give to other players, and you could bounce it around.
Now, this was pre-COVID times.
Yeah.
We're responsible.
I know someone here has it, and I know.
I know
has
who it is.
Yeah.
I'm in talks to try and get it at the moment, Josh.
Dag says, I would give advice, but I don't want to have a wall of text. So rule 1, always remember about having a great time. You will have, you and your players need to make theater of the mind work. Don't be afraid to ask what your team, they expect and want from online games. Yeah, just communication, just talk and listen and grow together. There's a reason why we seem tight and why we've got a way that we run games is because we've cultivated the tables together. It's as much my table as theirs, and theirs as much as mine. So yeah, go ahead.
It's with the whole descriptiveness, it's a funky little feedback loop. The more descriptive you are, the more immersed the players are, and then they can do something descriptive based off that, and then the DM can be like, oh, sick, and because you did that happens, and just constantly slowly immersing each other more and more and more and more.
Something that's fun as well is if you have like something that I've done in this game is I've asked the players as well, like, hey, I don't know what to do for the spell description. What do you guys think? And then people they all these beautiful brains come together, and it's kind of this collaborative spell description that can come from. So just because it's your turn doesn't mean it's just yours.
I have an axe, so I don't get cool spell descriptions, but I just pick a point on the body and turn it to mush.
Yeah. And you're very good.
Blood spatter descriptions.
I pick a point on the body and then remove it from said body.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, in Last of Us Part 2, I headshot a guy and the bullet went through and shot off the arm of the guy behind him, and I got 2 people with 1 bullet. JP was there, he can attest.
I was also there, but whatever.
Jace, you were there for my magic stone.
I thought that you weren't watching.
No, I was literally the one who said, I'm pretty sure you shot that dude through that dude.
Ah, my bad, my bad, my bad. I thought you were on your phone. Sorry.
Adana, I love that frog. So Adana says, Dread had a talking frog ask me for a fairy tale in the first scene of the first session I ever played in D&D, and Adana nailed it. Amazing. That fairy tale was amazing. I was like, yeah, it's like, I'm a bard, I tell tales. It's like, yes, please tell me a tale. Go ahead. I'm all ears. I'll pay for it. it was amazing. Okay, we've got a little bit of time left if we want to answer questions. If you guys have any questions for the players, characters, or myself, and then we will shoot off the raid. And then if not, we can.
I don't remember our first session of D&D ever. I think Daniel was a tiefling.
I
Oh,
remember.
the very first one?
The
Yeah.
very
I-
the very first one.
Like, ooh,
I mean, I took poison spray, so that's how inexperienced I was.
yeah.
Emma played a cleric named Clara. I remember that. I don't remember fuck all about my character.
Yeah, it was in Ren Moriloth. It was so it was in Thackeroon. It was in up in the north, and you played. Oh boy, what was your character?
It is high fantasy.
What is your character? What was your
I
character?
don't have the notebook around somewhere.
I can't even remember her name. Like,
I remember. I think I remember almost everyone's character but yours.
that shows the impact I had.
My first character on Josh's tables you can catch on Monday nights.
Still alive.
Ooh, that's very clever,
Still-
Donna.
Still on.
Still kind of
trucking.
alive.
Still trucking.
Still trucking.
Hells
I'll
yeah.
never forget our first session, Josh. That session was just getting to that session was so memorable.
Yeah.
I remember getting grumpy in the first session of Oakenash because Josh told us that we were not heroes, that we were just people, we were just adventurers, and then bandits beat us, and I got really angry thinking, what the fuck? This isn't Skyrim. I'm like meant to beat these guys and win my gold. What the
So-
hell?
That campaign, I remember you guys went to save. That's when you met Zeus and everyone.
Yeah.
This is my mammoth. Okay, we need to stop that echo. My own voice makes me cringe.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Wait, I didn't hear it that time. Was it me?
Yeah, I didn't either.
I
It
didn't
might have
hear
been
it.
me. I was sitting very
I
close to my
didn't.
mic.
No, I didn't hear it.
I think-
Okay,
Normally
well,
my mic will cut stuff like that
Can you
out, but
hear
I
it
was
through my
sitting very
headphones?
close, so it might have picked it up.
Do you have any questions from chat?
I think just on the topic of
Oh, wait,
first
that's me.
characters
Ravi was amazing.
at Josh's tables, I think my first one is still alive somewhere and kicking. Grex was an absolute
yeah.
bastard of a dwarven life cleric.
Grex is still around. We need to, because like you went with Zach's character, and then recently we decided that there was a point where he would have like split from
He was
Zach's
the
character.
most
Everyone here has-
antisocial git.
Yeah.
Everyone here has a retired character in the wild somewhere.
yeah.
Mine's technically not in the wild.
I
got
don't know
one.
where she is.
I also have 2 retired characters in Carcery.
I don't know what Mara's doing, but she got royalty, and that's pretty cool.
Pretty sure what Reshi's probably sleeping while these stabs people in the head to make sure they get a nice nap.
He's just sitting there going like, give me an hour. Just give me another hour.
I'm doing my best.
Alright, I'm back.
I love the name.
Dispel magic twice.
I know, it's so good.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, I've always loved, like, King Killers where I first heard it, but
You-
it's still a really
Yeah.
good name.
You were so welcome, by the way, Bloody. Radal was an amazing character, and that scene it made me feel all the feels. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
Genie would have been such a good subclass for Reshi. With the
Right?
amount of short rest that character wanted to take
You could have sat in your fucking bottle.
Yep.
for 10
No.
minutes and gotten a full long short rest.
Instead, we had to sit in a guard's house, and whenever anyone walked in, my character had to stab them in the head.
Hey, what are you guys doing in here?
Just-
What's going on in here?
I
So-
still think one of the weirdest things that have ever happened to me at Josh's tables was going underwater and swimming through an enormous eyeball into a city, and then at the bottom of that city there was this dank ass pub that we were like told that there was this seer. So then we're like, oh, that's a pretty cool lead, let's go find it. And there was this like dolphin mermaid thing that told us that we were like one of us was gonna die. And
Yeah.
due to like all these things that were completely unrelated to Josh, that ended up happening to a T.
Yeah.
Like one of us died. It was a terrible situation. And yeah, what was her name? But yeah, that dolphin was creepy,
She had
man.
seaweed hair and everything.
Seaweed hair. She traded goods for answers.
Magic
so we'd have to traded magic items to get questions about our future answered. And she ended up all of her predictions came true.
Oh,
And
God.
it's impossible for Josh to have, like, orchestrated that deliberately with the roles that happened.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just to quickly explain the amazing escape of Reshi. What was your
Isra.
character's name? Isra and the other one. The one that did nothing, to be fair, the entire time.
Isra, who is actually from Quim.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. So Reshi was a warlock, and we all got captured, and we lost all our spellcasting foci and whatnot, and had magical handcuffs on. So basically, warlocks, the level I was at, two spell slots per short rest. So dispel magic, short rest. Dispel magic, short rest. Did that to get rid of all the cuffs on everyone. Then we managed to get out through, I think Isra got punched in the face at one point, and we got some keys or something.
I remember
Anyway.
Yes.
you guys were like, oh yeah, like I'm taking the prisoners for interrogation.
I'm
That's
pretty
right,
sure
I'd seen
Isra,
it. Yeah.
Isra did nix one of the guards' keys. I'm pretty sure by doing the old "I bang your mum" routine. And then when they got headbutted, they kind of collapsed into them and took the keys as they fell off.
Yeah.
The keys ended up being useless.
We then went invisible and went down the hallway, opened up a room, managed to get the remaining cuffs off the people through eldritch blasting and whatnot. Then we went upstairs and we were like, hey, cool, there's our spellcasting foci in that room with all those guards. Shit, I'm out of spell slots again. Let's go back downstairs, sit in this room and try and short rest. During which time, a lot of guards kept walking in and we amassed a small pile of bodies so that my warlock could sit there resting. Then we went back upstairs. I think we went invisible to grab the spellcasting foci. We managed to get into the sewers, and then there was a dimension door and some other stuff in place so that we could get out. And then we had a genius plan where Isra took off their mask and was like, I'm an elf or a half elf, one of those two, and was like, I'll make myself look important. And Reshi, who was a changeling, was like, perfect, I'll make myself also look like an elf and we'll look really important. And the other person with us was an elf. Actually, no, this is how we got caught the first time, sorry.
Yeah.
The way we got caught was we did that, and then as we tried to leave, the guards were like, elves aren't allowed to leave. And we're like, shit.
I'm pretty sure that we were on one side of a very massive wall, and Reshi had, what's the, like, Trixie Escape? Or the...
Misty Escape, yeah.
Misty
from
Escape.
Archfey level 6.
So, I think I had Dimension Door now because I had my spellcasting focus. I could only take one person with me who was the other character there, and Reshi just went, hit me.
Because Misty Escape can proc when you take damage.
So, in summary, we've played a lot of D&D.
Oh, yeah. A
We
lot
ended
of
up
amazing
taking
D&D.
a long rest by casting Liam's tiny hut in a sewer pipe.
Yeah.
That was just
Wasn't
a really
this
fun
Josh?
example of just abusing short rests as a warlock.
It would have been more abusable if we had Genie at the time.
We just got 100 shinies because my other serum's other half says JP has the sexiest man voice ever.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sorry. Well, thank you.
Hogs.
Guys, we've reached the
Mountain
end.
Rangers.
I'm just gonna bring it to the credit screen to thank everyone. Thank you so much for everyone that subbed, watched along, followed, gifted subs, cheered, all of it. Thank you so much because everything that you do to help us support this channel helps us grow and helps us tell tales, which we love doing here. We appreciate you so gosh darn much, and we will hopefully catch you on Thursday for whatever shenanigans we get up to on the variety night. But please tune in then. We're gonna go back and get a plug speed run, hopefully from our illustrious, sexy voiced JP. Let's bounce back to that screen and hear it. I'm gonna hit the start raid now. A little bit early because he got a head start.
All right, well, Say it.
Just quickly,
I can do the speed run.
We are rating Larry
No,
IRL.
no, it's just
Larry
a very different
IRL,
kind of
is-
like way of reading the speed.
Larry IRL is an awesome puppet who does live streams and variety streams. He's a good buddy of ours, a new buddy of ours, and please just give all the love to Larry when you go over there because Larry is awesome. Get it, JP. You're on the clock.
All right, so above Izzy's head is Isabel Kenyon, that being her Instagram tag. Why should you check out her Instagram? Because on her Instagram, she has a link to her Wattpad where she has excerpts of her book that is coming at you at the speed of sound or however fast books travel, that being The Buried World. So go check that out. If you like Dots and Lines, by God, if you like an unhumble imagination of the two, feel free to check out the Instagram above my head at Hobbs_does_stuff. If you want to see Daniel play games that he likes, because why would he play games that he doesn't like? So that would just be painful and inflicting suffering upon himself. But you can check out the Twitch channel above his head at It's Pearson with two S's. Spell it right, or I will judge you. And well, yeah, it is a person, technically. If you want to check out anime and/or cosplay-related things, feel free to check out the Instagram above Ellie's head at symbol.ob.peach. And if you want to see all the amazing in-house art done by amazing in-house artist M, feel free to check the Instagram above her head at alicia.art. Also, join the Discord. We've got a meme-atorium and just an absolutely lovely community that you can come and chat with, and at DreadedGM on all the socials. Twitter.
You did it!
Instagram.
You did it. You smashed it.
YouTube.
You still got 5 seconds.
You
We
did
love
it!
you too much. Hopefully we'll see you Friday for the Mods Mod game. Bye!
Thank you. Good
Go love and
night.
luck.